Like, everyone's got their own different methods, and I'm seeing a lot of people don't have samples, and people are not realizing that's the reason why they like that song.
Yeah, they don't even know the feel. Because talking on that, not specifically sampling, but in terms of sound, like cool. Going back to Switch with Dry Fit again, and then Margs with Hide and Seek.
Yeah.
They both have that church sound.
Literally.
Like Margs Hide and Seek, I can't do it obviously, but it has that. And when I first heard it, I said, nah, like it brings a. It's gonna sound. It brings like an evil part. It brings like an evil part of me. Like, yes.
No,
that
time. Fair people say that. You know when they're listening to the song, they just want to go to a bad thing.
Yeah.
But when I was in that hospital bed, bro, I broke so much. Like I broke my neck, I broke my pelvis, I broke my ribs, like I punctured my lung, I fractured my spine. It's like I shouldn't have survived, innit? Like that's the reality. Obviously,
did they even say that as well? Like they could have been.
No. I know that someone obviously passed away in this incident, innit?
Okay.
Like, the other driver passed away.
Okay.
So it's like man already knew that I shouldn't be alive. Like my man passed away at the scene. It was only God that kept me alive. I'll be real. It's like when that accident happened, the car flipped over like 4 or 5 times.
We're back again on Free of Charge Pod, and I've got a special guest, man. And I don't want to even be cliche, but I've got a special guest for real. I've got R1 Finesse with me. Welcome, my bro.
Boy.
Yo,
it's good to sit down, my boy.
Thank you, man. We've got an artist manager here and a man of fashion. He's You're artist manager of how many artists, bro?
I can't lie, it's always changing. I can say 40 today, but tomorrow I might say something else. But we're expanding, we're building. So 4 for now.
Nice. So you've got Simba, who had a banger, Rover. That was in 2021, right?
2020, 2021.
Okay.
We've done a couple remixes, so we kind of extended the life. So
yeah, Little Tekka, and then who's the other one?
We done so many regions. We was doing like Australia, we done America, we've done obviously the UK remix, and
Damn, alright, cool. So Simba, that's 1. Then we got Switch, that's 2. Then we got 163 Marks that everyone's catting over right now. Everyone's loving him right now.
He's doing his thing still.
And then we also got Silver. And then lastly, who's the last one? Kwali.
Oh no, Kwali.
Yeah, Kwali. Alright, because that's 4.
Should you edit this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come.
Yeah, why?
No, cause I wonder whether you're just doing a live take. No.
Oh no. That's how I always walk through.
I'm a bit mature now. That's what I was thinking. Let me make sure I say the right thing.
Oh, do you want me to start again? I don't mind, bro.
No, it's up to you.
Yeah? Nah, bro, natural, bro. Come on. Anyways, bro, I'm gonna walk through, man. Before we actually delve into your career as a music manager and you getting into fashion, having your own clothing brand, bro. In fact, by the way, before I even delve into it again, you have a fashion brand as well at some point. You wanna name it? Like
FNS Global. You lot go check that still.
Okay.
We'll be dropping a new collection real soon.
Okay. Alright, cool. So before we even really get into it, bro, I just wanna walk into you, man. R1 or Rafael. What do you prefer, bro?
I can't lie, depends on who you are, innit? But I'm used to people calling me R1 now.
Yeah.
I feel like since I've done what I've done, that's what people know me as.
Okay.
I'm fine with it, you get it? But
alright.
Raphael as well. I'm calm with either still.
Alright, smooth. Alright, cool. So you grew up in Swindon, right?
Yeah, I'll be real. I've moved around a lot still. Like I used to live in Nigeria, innit?
Obviously,
I moved to the UK when I was younger.
Damn.
When I moved to the UK, obviously, my mom decided she wanted to live in Swindon, so us lot obviously moved there, and then I grew up there. But like I was always on the move, sort of thing. Like I've always kind of known the ends, known people in the ends, been doing stuff in the ends from early. So it's like people know me from different areas. Like to this day, it's still a surprise that I grew up there when people are finding out I grew up in Swindon, because they'll be like, but I've known you from here for time. Yeah. So no, I grew up in Swindon.
I can't even even me, I was shocked, bro. I'll be real, cause obviously from Twitter, whatever. Obviously, I've known of you for Twitter. So when I now done my research, I'm seeing Swindon, I'm thinking, huh? I thought you were from South, bro.
No, so mad. Everyone's been saying that from early though, but I was always around guys in South, and I was always in the ends. Obviously, my family, like my cousins and family friends, they all live in South, and it's like from early, like I just always had business in the ends.
Okay.
Like, I was never staying in Swindon. Swindon was never me. Swindon was just, you know how African parents are like, they want to
you have to
be out the ends.
Yeah,
they want to kind of be in a safe place. My mum always used to say the ends was too dangerous. And you feel me? I understood why she said it, so I get it. But
okay, so now growing up in Swindon, like what's happening? Like what's it like there, bro?
I'll be real, nothing happens there. Like man's always said it from early. Like nothing ever happens in that place. Like it's crazy. Even when I go back today, I'm seeing people from years back still in the same position they was back then, and it's like Swindon's just a quiet place. It's like all countryside places. I feel like it's just steady. Everyone's just kind of to themselves. Nothing really going on.
So I'm just deep in it. You're saying countryside as well. So what in terms of like relating with like us black people, other people of culture? What was that like, bro?
I'll be real. Like a lot of people didn't understand us. Like a lot of people didn't get why we done what we done, or like because they don't have the same story as us. Like they couldn't really understand. Like us lot from the struggle, so we've got to kind of make these certain moves, or why we're so hungry to kind of achieve certain stuff. But I feel like now a lot more people are awake, so obviously the conversation's changed now. Don't get twisted. The people I met in Swindon, they show me love. So even the way I'm speaking right now, it's not in a way to kind of say that like they didn't get it. But you feel me? It's like now that I've shown what I was gonna amount to, now they understand it. But you know, back then I won't say as if these people were my friends. They wasn't my friends. You get it? Like I was coming to try to do something different, and because I wasn't from the area, it's like when you're seeing a new kid not from the area trying to do certain things.
They're thinking, who's this guy? Who's this? Okay, fair enough. Alright, cool. That's you giving us a structure now. Alright, cool. So now, coming up, I want to know the music aspects now. Growing up in your household, what was that like? Like, what were you hearing?
I'll be real, my sisters, I grew up with I've got siblings in it, man. I got an older sister, I got a younger sister, and I have a little brother. But before I had a little brother, like he's 9 years younger. No, he's like 9-10 years younger than me. So I grew up with girls in my house. So I used to listen to Beyonce. I used to listen to all that pop stuff. Because I was the middle child, trust me, I never got the remote. So it's like whatever my older sister wanted to listen to, because she'd get my little sister to back it and kind of say, I want to listen to this too. So I just grew up around like melodic stuff, around all of that sort of music. And obviously my mum, she's very religious, so she goes to church all the time. So every day when I'm in her car, it's gospel music. Same with my dad. And obviously, like I said, man's from Nigeria, so it's like I grew up around Afrobeats. I grew up around all of that sound. So I was hearing that all the time. And where I'm so in touch with my Nigerian side, it's like I was kind of submerged in that. But I'll be real, I hated music. Like growing up, I hated it because of how much.
So you swear you hated music?
Yeah, like I hated it.
You didn't have the remote, that's why you hated music. Is that why?
Yeah, it was. I'll be real, that's what it led to. But it's crazy because when I go back on my YouTube, there was a YouTube channel I had when I was like 9-10 years old. That me, my cousin Kay and my sister, we must have made a song where we was rapping and my sister was singing. Back then I used to love music. Like music used to be my everyday thing. But then obviously after a while, when I started not getting the remote, it just kind of was like, nah, fuck this. Can I swear this podcast?
Yes, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, then I just changed my whole whatever. Was just like, no, I don't even want to hear music no more.
Shit, damn. Alright, cool. So that's you coming up. You're like, cool. I'm like, I don't even want to hear music like that no more. And then now, cool. You're growing up. So now music's out the way. So what is in R1's face? Like, what is?
I was kicking ball. So kicking ball was like my kind of way to just distract myself and just kind of keep myself busy. And back then, obviously, like I was just blessed with that. My skills took me to the opportunity where I was able to play for academies.
And swear.
Kicking ball outside of Swindon. From that, it's like that's kind of how I started to build my relationships and kind of always have different reasons to be in the ends and be in different places.
That bro, swear, you was kicking ball like that.
Obviously, like when you're young, I'll be real. When you're young, the football, like all that academy stuff, all of that stuff there, it's not the same as like professional level. It's like it's not serious, but for the age I was at, I was kicking ball at a steady level. So
bro,
it was making sense.
Academy's better than Sunday League, bro.
Yeah, literally.
So, like, what academy was it, if you don't mind saying, bro?
I played for a couple still, but I'll be real, the most serious I'd say was when I was like at Oxford. So when I was at Oxford, that's when I got a scholar over there. So
you swear. I respect it, man. Alright, cool. So now, what secondary? What would you say? Like, what's going on now in terms of you now? Like, cool, football's going on now. Usually, when you get to like 16, that's when you kind of see where you're going football, isn't it? Right. So what happened with that?
Obviously, when I was 16, that's when I got offered a scholarship with Oxford City.
They swear.
And when I got offered that scholarship, though, I wasn't serious about life.
Damn.
At 16, you know, when you're at that age, you still feel like you've got so many opportunities.
Your life is your whole world. Yeah.
I couldn't really make decisions back then. So because I couldn't make decisions, it's like I was trying to do everything at once. But then with football got serious to the point where it's like now, obviously I had the choice whether I moved to Oxford and lived there or whether I stayed in Swindon and was travelling from Swindon. So I chose to stay in Swindon because I was trying to see if I could still do everything I was doing. At that point, I don't even know what I was doing. I signed up to 2, obviously for football, because I had my scholarship, it's like I'd done education as part of that.
Oh, okay.
But what I also done is I also signed up to college as well. So you're not allowed to do that. But obviously, because my football didn't know. Since first I had preseason, so I said to myself, cool. While I've got preseason, college don't technically start for 3-4 months. So as long as I can get to the point where I've done preseason, done the educational part, it's like then I can try to see if I like college and whatever.
Yeah, balance. I get you. Try and see if you can pick one at the end. Yeah.
Literally that, because obviously my football scholarship wasn't offering proper educational stuff. It was only offering
like sports. Yeah, I always do that. Level 1. I mean level 3. Yeah.
But I didn't really want to do that. I just kind of said to myself, cool. When I go to college, I'll kind of see if college is for me, and maybe by that point I'll be doing so well that I'll be able to do both.
Okay. And you fully had that belief in yourself, like fully in your heart. Okay.
Too safe.
Okay.
Like, coming from Nigeria, I kind of said to myself, yo, the fact that man's come all this way and I've made it this far already, that's already more far than a lot of people make it. So I just said to myself that, yo, I just need to keep jogging.
Okay. Now I respect
for a reason, sort of thing.
Yeah, you're a purposeful person, clearly, bro. Okay, so now you're in Collie. Now, at some point, when did football? Did it ever fully stop? At what point was that?
Like when I was at Collie, it's like obviously now I started just playing football for fun.
Yeah.
Like when I was at Collie, I'd say that even me myself, I was doing way too much. That's one thing that was always me.
Yeah.
I'd be doing a million things at once.
Yeah.
Because I was doing a million things at once, it's like I never prioritized football. So I think because I was now at the age where decisions has to be made, I didn't prioritize football. I didn't prioritize nothing. It's kind of like I'll wake up and decide what I want to do that day.
Okay, fair. Because I remember one of my boys who was good, very, very good at ball at the time. And I'm like, bro, he was at academy. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Why are you not trying to keep this going? Like, bro, he's like, I don't want to be having to be up here one day, the next day I'm here. If I get injured, all that kind of uncertainty. He's on this whole being steadily going up. And being a footballer, it's not like that. It's either you're up there or you're this. You know what I mean?
And, I feel like a lot of guys, when real life starts happening, I think for me, it was real life happening.
Yeah.
I feel like until real life happens for certain people, they don't understand as to whether this is for them. I feel like because for me, at that time, I had my cousin pass away.
Damn.
So when my cousin passed away, it just kind of changed how I seen things. I kind of said to myself that, life is real. I've got to look at this. And it's even like when I'm kicking ball, it's like no one actually cares about whether you're good. That's why you see a lot of footballers talking about the whole mental health conversation now, because it's like nobody cares for them as people. They just care for what they're able to bring to the table. So when I started realising the reality of life, I just kind of said to myself that, you know what? With football, you have no security. It's like, let's say I get injured right now, it's long.
That's long.
You get it? And it's like, they don't actually care. It's like, my coach back then, that, I want to be more. Like, man, trying to actually take my education seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I've done well in GCSEs and all of this. Yeah. Like, I want to kind of focus on that. It's kind of like, just kick the ball. That's what you're here for. Kick the ball, take your bread. That's what you're here for. That's it. And I'll be real, back then I just kind of said, no, you know what? It's like, if football's meant for me, it will happen at some point. It don't need to. And where I knew that other academies, they were offering different educational opportunities as well as the ball thing.
Okay.
So I said to myself that, cool, this is not the academy for me.
Yeah.
Or the scholarship for me. Yeah. Let me kind of leave and just do my thing.
Fairs, I respect it, bro. I respect it,
like
bro.
My boy Antoine Semenyo, he was kicking ball for a college in Swindon, and he was doing education at the same time. He was doing proper education,
like A levels.
Yeah, proper A levels, and it's like now look, he's over at Bournemouth now.
Is it? I didn't even watch football like that. I'll be real.
Yeah. Now he's at Bournemouth. He was at Bristol before, and it's like, man, seeing that side of things, and I kind of said to myself, cool, maybe that's what I'll do. Like maybe I'll go to that, but then I just kind of left it too late to make my decision, so that's why I didn't even end up joining the college.
But damn, but life did change, innit? Let's say that. So then, alright, cool. Now, eventually in college now, so I even watched Simba's interview as well. Yeah. He was saying how like there's a point where like now he's going to studio every day, knocking on one guy's door to the point where the guy's getting annoyed, and that was it. So that at what point did you now start to go studio with him as well? Like, I want to know.
What's crazy is I use studio as just a way out to get out of being in everyone's face. When I used to go college, it's like I used to get a lot of questions about like, oh, what? I swear you like kickball now. Like, what's going on? How come you're not?
Them ones.
How come you're not going to ball? Or like, are you even meant to be at college? Are you even signed up to this college?
Like, it was that serious.
Yeah, because obviously everyone knew that I'd started my scholarship, and I used to post a lot. So it's like they kind of seen me posting all these football pictures, and I feel like I just used to hide in the college. Like, no, I used to hide in the college studio just to get away from the world.
Nah, I can imagine that, because like even the anxiety, just feeling that thinking, right, everyone's thinking that man's you're still supposed to be kicking ball.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking me every day, oh, what's next, what's this, what's that, and it's like you might not even know at that point.
Literally that. I was still trying to make my decision, and I think back then it's like sometimes I'm a shy person, so it's like if I can get away from certain people or certain situations, I'll just say, yeah, you know what.
No, I understand, bro, and let's be real as well. Like when you're coming up from the first day you're born up to like, let's say, when do you finish school? 18.
Yeah.
Like as a footballer in education, you're worshipped. If you're a sick footballer, anyways, you're going to be like people will look at you much differently. Like I'm sure you probably felt that back then, or maybe you didn't because it was such a norm to you. But like, I've talked to some other people that played sports professionally, yeah, and they said, yo, like I can't lie, looking back, I was worshipped almost. Yeah. I'm like, damn. But alright, cool. So that was almost like going to studio alone. Being there physically alone was the outlet, basically, in a way.
Oh, I'm even deep, and the camera was there this whole time. I've been looking at there.
Yeah, oh shit.
Mom was like, I didn't clock there's a camera here.
Yeah, it's here, bro. Yeah,
I was trying to figure out what was recorded. I was thinking, yo, the lights, is it there?
Yeah, no, in fact, the camera is here, but it's just the TV. Don't worry. You're good. But alright, cool. So now, okay, so I want to know, what's the day-to-day like? Like, walk me through, like, your day-to-day. You're going to college, you're going studio. I want to know, what's that like, bro?
So, cool. Obviously, when we started, it was like, with me, we used to look at studio as fun. Yeah. Studio just used to be everyone's just chilling there on vibes, making whatever, just rapping whatever. Everyone's like, no one was really kind of taking it serious at that point. So I used to look at studio as fun. So whenever I'm in college, it's like I could have a lecture. I'd rather go to studio than go to the lecture. Of course. I'd just be kind of like, yeah, the man them are there. Why not? Let me go chill with the man them.
And what was you studying as well at that point?
I was studying sociology, business, and religious studies and philosophy.
Okay.
So yeah, I was doing some mad courses.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I was trying to get away from all of that still.
Damn, bro. Alright, cool. So now that was the thing. Just go studio, get your food, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so then at what point are you guys taking this serious, or is this always just okay? We're having fun.
Do you know what? Well, Simba was studying. He was studying music tech at college. Okay. So it's like he was always taking it serious from day one. Yeah. Obviously, he just moved to this college as well, and he moved to this college because he wanted to start taking his whole music seriously.
Okay.
But he wasn't taking being an artist like seriously at that point. He was a producer. Okay. So Simba's good at everything. He's talented at everything. He's a musician at heart. So it's like he can play a lot of instruments. So he was looking at all of that side of stuff. Like he kind of got forced into being an artist because everyone kind of showed him that you're
cold. Yeah.
Why don't you try this? Why don't you do it yourself? Because he's always telling people what to do in a booth. So it's like, yeah, you go do it. And he knew he was good. And he showed us that he was good. You get it? So it's like, yeah, obviously from that point where there must have been a day where Simba done something in a booth and I liked it a lot. So I posted it on my Snap. And I always had a lot of people on social media. Yeah. So it's like when I posted on my Snap, like my phone was just going off. Damn. And I was just showing Simba. I was like, yo, Simba, like people are really liking the song. Like, well, you've got to get it out of there. Like, so yeah, man. Damn. That's when we kind of, you know what? I think I took it serious first. Yeah. And then he knew that it was serious because when now it was like, yo, Simba, look, I want to invest in you. I want to help you take it to the next level. Yeah. Like you're my boy, so it's like I'm doing it out of love. Yeah. It's like we didn't have no management conversation. I wasn't looking at it as management. Yeah. Thing. It's just that I knew that I'm good at all of this. Yeah. I've got relationships that can kind of take this to that to there, and I'm good at speaking to people. So it's like I can do certain conversations.
Damn, just like that, and that's how the relationship, like that professional relationship, was formed.
Literally, like it's not like Simba was my closest boy at the time. Like I literally only met Simba in 2017.
Damn, 16. It's not even too long ago.
Yeah, like maybe the first year of college. Damn. I met him at some party and. You get it?
From there.
Literally that was just, them relationships where it was instant, but it's already because with music, it's like when we was in the studio all the time, it's like man built a proper relationship with him and obviously we took it to the next level and it was like I seen potential in him from early.
Nice. Okay. So then now, I remember Simba was saying he dropped it. First 2 months, it was just like any other tune he drops almost. It was just like anything. And then he was saying now, out of nowhere, globally, it's getting all the love out of everywhere but UK. And then eventually at some point, it does get love to the UK. Yeah. But at that point now, cool, you guys are now hitting the top 40s. Yeah. your world is changing, bro.
No, it was going 0 to 100. It was too much was happening at that time.
Bro,
So.
I need to walk in. This is what we do this for, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk. I need to walk into your world at this point now. So this is what 2020, right?
Yeah, no, this is even 2019.
2019.
Like, do you know what it is? It's because obviously we'd already started like promoting stuff on social media beforehand.
Yeah.
So like the whole Rover story starts in 2019. Like the song was made in August 2019.
Okay.
But back then, it's crazy because that was Simba's first ever studio session. So that's why I remember it so well. It was like Simba usually.
Say swear.
Yeah, literally first ever.
What?
Session. Like obviously he does studio by himself, but first time he worked with a producer, he worked with Eli.
Like an actual studio session. Okay.
Like we'd never paid for a studio session before. That was the first time. Literally paid like what was it, like £20 an hour. We said cool, let's book an hour, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Just man.
Damn, I respect it, bro. Just like that.
Literally, it was God. It was God's timing, innit?
Nah, I respect it, bro. So alright, cool. Now, alright. So song's blowing up, bro. Like, what was that first moment where you're like, yo, this is a mad thing. Like, this is actually like, do you remember that very moment?
Do you know what? I feel like from when it first blew up, because already from the first week it was better than what he'd ever done before.
Yeah.
I already kind of said to him that no, yo, I believe this song can do something. But there was a time where, do you know what it is? I wouldn't even say it was because of the streams that I believed this, but it was more because of what I seen on social media.
Okay.
Like I was seeing a lot of, like I was getting a lot of love, I was getting a lot of people sharing it. And I said to myself, yo, Simba, like no one's ever shared stuff before like this.
Yeah.
And you know at that time, it's crazy because like people was using Triller. You know, Darko was blown up on Triller.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is I kind of had this conversation and I was like, yo, Darko's doing a mad thing on Triller. Like everyone's blown up on different platforms right now. Like TikTok, we need to start using TikTok a lot more. Like we need to start trying to promote this stuff more.
TikTok wasn't even blowing like that back then. I mean, in UK it wasn't blowing like that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't blowing, but
yeah.
Obviously cool. Like it's crazy. Where it actually started is December 2019/January 2020.
Okay.
Like it must have been Simba went to Zimbabwe with his cousins.
Oh, okay.
And we must have been using this tactic back then. We used to send promo to everybody. Like every single day we just send the assets to everybody because it's like, yo, we have the assets, we might as well get it out there.
Okay.
And all it takes is for someone to share on their story on Instagram and the right.
So you're sending it to who, by the way? His cousins in
Australia.
Okay.
So his cousins in Australia, they went to Zimbabwe with him in December.
Okay.
So they were all there together, doing a promo together.
Okay.
So they've obviously shared the promo to Australian people.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Australian people they've shared the promo to, they've liked the song.
Yeah.
Gonna listen to it. Okay. Made a TikTok to it. When they made a TikTok to it, it's crazy because it's like Australia is a tight-knit community. So when one person does something, the next person does it, the next person does it.
Damn.
So they're doing it. And we've obviously said, you know what, like we've seen it, we said, no, let's do more with this. Like why don't we do videos with the community and just make a video back and forth with them.
Okay.
So we've obviously shouted the guys that was making the video and said, yo, let's do a little thing where we gather all our boys, you gather your boys. And obviously lockdown was happening around that time. So it was like February when we now started doing this.
Yeah. So
when we done this in February, it's like by the time we posted it, everyone's noticing what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like it was just a craze. I'd say February 2020 is when it just went off. And we must have done shows, like we must have done 1 or 2 shows because it's done 1 million or 2 million streams at this point.
Yeah.
So now we're getting show offers. So we've done a couple of shows now, and everything just kind of aligned all at the same time. Where after these shows and after all these videos that were dropping, it suddenly just went crazy on TikTok.
Damn, bro, that must have been crazy.
No, it was good still.
Cause like, what cool. I remember at a point he was even saying how like Rover would even get 1 million streams a day at a point.
Yeah.
He was saying that.
Yeah. Like even now, like. It still doesn't matter.
To this day.
That's
crazy.
I believe that song would do like 1 billion one day. Like,
yeah, 100 bro is on what? The original tune is on 368 million streams on Spotify alone.
Yeah.
You still got Tidal.
Yeah, literally.
Apple Music. Hey, you're laughing.
It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good.
Alright, so now adapting to that, bro. Like, how were you now able to go with that? Like, your streams are going crazy. Your artist is blowing up. How are you now adapting to this? Like, what is in your head, bro? Like, as you wake up.
I'll be real, you know what it is? Like, us lot wasn't really taking it in for what it was.
Okay.
You got it? We was like 19. I was 19.
And you're still in uni as well.
Yeah. Man was doing uni. Like, man had so much going in my life that I wasn't really looking at it as what it was. But with me, it's like, I like to make the most out of opportunities. That's one thing, because I never know when man's going to get the next
I can tell you're an optimizer, bro.
So it's like, man was always sharing Simba that, yo, like, what we're doing here is not normal. Like,
yeah.
Especially from Swindon
to
now doing this. obviously Simba was at uni these times as well.
Yeah.
But it's like Simba wasn't really focused on uni, so I just kind of showed him like, yo, like you need to focus on something. You get it? So especially with this, it's like, but you're talented. We've been there, you're talented, and now you're doing these numbers. That let's already start building upon this.
Yeah.
So with Simba back then, it was just kind of like, yeah, man, we used to just always kind of speak to each other and just kind of keep each other humble, keep each other just knowing that, cool, there's still a lot to go, there's still a lot more that we're working for.
Yeah.
Because we had targets that we'd set ourselves, there's artists that we wanted to work with, and it was like, because we had all these targets, we just kept saying to ourselves that, yo, like, let's celebrate later. I used to always tell myself, let me celebrate later.
Okay.
Let's just keep working, let's keep making moves right now, because, yeah, we're loving the love that we're getting, but I'm realising that, realistically, this love is only going to be here till... like
God knows when.
Yeah, till God knows when.
Yeah.
So that's how we've got to this day where we've never stopped. Man's always just looking at that and say, yo, yeah, it's nice that you're showing me love now, but man needs to keep doing what I'm doing.
Nice.
You get it?
And with that mentality, you guys ended up being, what, number 3 on the charts?
Yeah, man. But I did still.
Number 3, that is not a joke. Like, that's not a joke. To even reach top 40 alone, that's an achievement. That's a top 100 is still an achievement. Because there's so many man dropping their tunes on YouTube, whatever. Nothing happens. You went to get top 100, then top 40, then now top 10, top 5. Like, how did that feel now, getting that top 3, bro?
You know what? It was crazy because it's like, until you start studying the game and researching, not a lot of people research or study. I just look at everything face value on social media. I didn't realise that a lot of the artists that I used to look up to, none of them had achieved that or hadn't come close to that.
Yeah.
So that's another reason as to why I didn't deep it. I was just kind of looking at it and saying, yo, this is normal. Like, everyone does this. Like, why is people kind of like saying that, yo, this is a mad thing?
It's not, bro.
It's only when now guys are sitting down to me and they go, yo, like, the artists that you look up to, you know, none of them have got this. And I'm going, oh, swear.
You didn't even know.
Yeah, we didn't care about charting. We didn't know what charting
You didn't know the value of charting back then.
We didn't know. You get it? When you not been around that, you won't know that. You get it? It's like, now we know that. And now, it's like the youngers as well, when they're dropping music, it's not as if they know that, oh yeah, I end up in the charts, that's when I'm making proper bread, this is when my life is proper changing. For example, I might see an artist on Insta that's doing 100k and I think, oh yeah, wow, this guy's proper eating, this guy's proper making a mad thing. But then there could be an artist that's in the charts, his Insta's not even popping like that, but he's in the charts.
8,000
you get it?
Followers.
That happens all the time, but people are too busy looking at social media. That's why I always say social media is a facade. Like, it's like, you've got to kind of research. But it's people don't even do the research, and then it's kind of like, oh, I thought this, But I think at that time, because of all the people I had around me as well, it's kind of like I was able to tap in with certain guys, and they were helping me to see things differently and to kind of understand how big of a moment this is. So yeah.
Okay. Now I'm liking this, man. I won't even lie, man. And to the end of it as well with that, with Rover specifically, you guys even ended up getting that record to be a platinum record now, right?
Yeah, it's double platinum. It's about to be triple, but yeah.
Correction. Sorry. Hey.
No. You know what it is? Us man don't really speak on it much. That's the mad thing.
Why? Why though? Like,
I feel like, you know what it is? It's kind of like we don't really like to flex too much. As much as man flexes, it's like I always realize that sometimes, like, after a while, when you're busy sharing all of the success, people don't like it.
Of course, it's true.
And after a while, you get it, the hate gets tiring. You're looking at it and saying, bro, all I did was kind of do something for myself. Like, why are people hating on that?
Yeah.
Why are people, like, just because I wanted it more than you did, and went out of my way. Like, it's like, a lot of people don't know the story, so they don't get it while you're doing it. So when you're here doing this to kind of better your life and kind of make a difference, they're kind of looking at it and saying, no, we don't like that. Fuck that, like, you're dead. Yeah, so
I want to talk on this though, bro, because when we bring any guest we have here, like, I really want to get transparent and feel your life at certain checkpoints, bro. So, we're talking about hate now, like, when did you start to feel that come through? Because, bro, you're young, 19, managing an artist doing something major. Like, a lot of people haven't touched this. Charting, platinum records. What was that like, bro? That
you say, yeah, it's like with the hate thing, it's like from young man was already getting a hate.
Okay.
It's like with whatever I'd done, it's like, let's say when I was doing stuff that was out of the norm, it's like guys were hating it. So I was kind of used to it. But you know, sometimes you just get tired of all of that stuff.
Okay.
So I think because man just got tired of it, I just got tired of kind of showing my achievements or showing that I was doing stuff. That's why I even started celebrating it. Because when you start celebrating it, guys start, like this guy's trying to show that he's better than us. Well, it's not even that. So I think
it's normal.
Yeah, I think back then, all of that just kind of got to me and maybe even got to us back then. So I just kind of like stopped celebrating stuff as much as I did. Not that I wouldn't post it, but just like I always know to post stuff because I know what it does for me and certain conversations I'm having.
Yeah.
But it's like now, it's like a lot of stuff I've done this past year, people wouldn't even know. Because I feel like it kind of gives them a reason to kind of hate, or you get it.
Is that real? Damn, man.
But it's like the numbers speak for itself. It's like if people want to know, well, you can go on Spotify.
Yeah,
You can go on Wikipedia. You can see like it's there to see. It's just if people are looking for it. But
it's
like
all
when
there.
I'm putting it in people's faces, I sometimes feel like it does the opposite.
Of course, because a lot of people, they're not willing to sacrifice. Like you're saying you love it when your phone's on silent because you probably got so many things you're trying to sort out in your head, kind of thing.
Literally that.
But I want to know now, yeah. So like, even when it's now coming to like your musical taste now, like, I want to get into that now, bro. Because cool, you're saying that you're in the studio, you're hearing Simba, and you know certain things like, okay, yo, this is gonna hit them, and like you posted on socials and it did, and then cool, like I want to now know like, when did you realize that yo, man's actually got a feel for music? Like I can see things in a quite different, intricate way. Like
I'll be real, you know what? I'd say it's even in the past like year or so.
Swear, not even too long ago.
I wouldn't even say that. You know what it is? It's crazy, yeah, because it's like with Simba, it's like I never used to sit down with myself and kind of ask myself, why am I good at this? Or I never knew that. Oh yeah, like I bring the potential out of people. I never kind of knew that. You get it? So I think it's kind of like with Simba. I just said, yeah, we just aligned. It was by accident. Like maybe, like it just happened. Like, I thought it was by luck at first. You get it? And then it was kind of like when we done it again, and then when we kept kind of having success, that I kind of said to myself, maybe I'm good at this. But then it was like, cause Simba was my first artist, I always kind of said that nah. Like until you've proven yourself more than once, people won't really take it in as that you kind of know what you're doing.
It's true.
So I just kind of said to myself back then that no, I need to kind of show that man can do this again. Man can like do it multiple times. So that's why now I kind of give myself credit and say, yeah, you know what, I know what I'm doing. I kind of understand the game. I kind of understand that this person has potential. But it's like, yeah, because Simba was doing a sound I liked back then. It was kind of like, I was able to tell him that, yo, you're good at this sound.
Yeah, and it was needed.
Like, I was listening to Kojo, I was listening to Young Bane.
Oh, that kind of nice xylophone sound. Yeah.
So when Simba's now hopping on Afro, and I'm telling him, yo, it's like, man can listen to you the same way I listen to these guys. That's why I knew he was good.
On a genuine level as well.
Yeah. That's why like when it came to sessions, even I kind of said to him, yo, because you're giving me the same vibe that these guys give me, let me put you in sessions with producers that these guys have worked with.
Nice.
Because that can kind of take you to the next level.
Yeah.
And straight away, first session, second session, third session, we made all the hits that he had. And it was like, yeah.
Damn. I want to... Sorry. Okay, I want to know as well, you see, now, when it comes to the labels hitting you up, come sign this single deal, two singles, or one album, two singles, all these kind of different deals are coming at you, bro. Like, how are you dealing with that? Because this is your first time.
You know what, I'll be real, yeah. Obviously, I was studying law at university.
Yeah.
So when I was studying law at university, I had enough kind of... I was even doing contract law at the time. It's like everything happens for a reason, innit?
That's perfect.
It's kind of like a man had enough knowledge to kind of be able to look at the deal and kind of say, cool, does this make sense for us? Do we need this? Do we not? Obviously, don't get twisted. I didn't know it to the full extent. That's what the lawyer was there for. I just kind of knew whether it was good, and it's like... At that point, because it was... when it blew up obviously properly in February. Yeah. It blew up at a time where a lot of A&Rs were away for Grammy week. Okay. So it's like even the people that hit us up, we had a couple people all in the DMs and then the emails and whatever. Yeah. But we wasn't even checking emails like that. Like back then we was young. We wasn't really focused on all of that.
Just doing as it goes, basically.
Literally that. But it's like obviously, yeah, then we started to sit down with guys, and when we started to sit down with people, a lot of people was like, yeah, cool, they wanna obviously kind of go speak back to their bosses, come back to us before placing offers. And then there was just some that was quicker than others that was already saying to us, yo, Sony, like they was already telling us, we want to do couple single deals, like single with options. We had Parlophone there that was offering us an EP situation. Okay. So you get it, we kind of looked at it, and obviously off the back of that, that's when we decided what we was going to do.
Did you go for any advice as well from like other people who've managed artists as well?
Man didn't know nobody back then.
At all?
Like, nobody. Damn. Obviously coming from the way I've come in, nobody knew me either. Okay. It's like I used to hit up A&Rs, I used to hit up guys and just like was left on the air back then.
Damn.
I didn't know nobody, but I'll be real, it's like obviously in Swindon, who was there to know? You get it?
Yeah, I didn't even know of the area. I'll be real.
Literally that coming from Nigeria, like there was nobody to know. It's not like when I lived in Nigeria, I had relationships in the industry. I didn't have no relationship in the industry. Man lived in Abeokuta. You get it? There was nobody there. So when I moved over, it's like man's just started. It's like I took 2 steps backwards by moving to Swindon. It's like there was no connections there. It was when I went to uni that I sort of started making connections myself and just kind of saying cool. But I had no one to kind of give me advice. It was only the lawyer that I'd kind of say that was giving advice. And obviously when we started to have success, that's when guys used to reach out and offer advice. But back then I wasn't sure whether to take it or whether they meant good intentions. So I'd kind of just take it for a pinch of salt. But don't get twisted, there was guys that used to hit me up and it's like I'd taken what they said and
Okay, that's smooth, bro. Alright, cool. Then now, obviously, because of time, unfortunately, I have to fast forward, innit? But now, I want to now get into a few other artists that you've worked with, bro. Cool, you now worked with Switch as well. And you're currently working with Switch as well.
Yeah.
And you're now currently working with 163 Mars as well, bro. So I want to know, like, Switch, like, how did that all come about? Like, where did you first discover him? How did you guys connect? I want to know, bro.
You know what? It's a funny situation still. It's like, with Switch, man was seeing them on TikTok, but with TikTok, it's like, the way it is, it's like, I'm just seeing a lot of stuff. So I can see you and still not take it in for what it is. Sometimes it might be like, for example, one of the guys that I work with, Lenny. So, like, back then, Lenny must have been speaking to me about Switch because Lenny was also doing A&R. So he was looking at artists to A&R.
Yeah.
And he was looking at Switch, and we obviously believed that Switch was the next. And at that time, he must have been having a conversation with Switch, and I must have just, like, basically Switch had management, but the management he had, I would say that they didn't really like know what they were doing.
hands-on.
Yeah, or not that they didn't know what they were doing, but because, for example, they had a lot going on, maybe they wasn't really realizing what the moment was or the opportunity was,
or the goal that they had in front of them. Like, look at this, bro.
Right there. So so obviously I must have just shown them back then, and it's like, it took a good lawyer as well to kind of show them that someone else needs to step in, someone else needs to be able to do more for a Switch. And obviously that's where
Wait, did you see even the lawyers said that?
Yeah.
What? Say this one?
Yeah, the lawyer was kind of the person that kind of put me on and kind of showed me that, like, the artist is there, like, he needs proper management.
Wait, the lawyer gave you this insight?
Yeah.
I didn't know that the lawyers would give that kind of insight,
you know, some lawyers are good. Like, credit to Michael Lucas, like, he's a good lawyer. So
damn.
Like, you feel
Big up Michael, man. Yo, wait, because he didn't have to do that, did he? Like,
I didn't know my man like that. It's not as if I had a relationship with my man before. It was just that at that time, Michael was obviously protecting the interest of his client and protecting.
That makes sense.
Now the guy's Santa, it's kind of like he's looking at it and say, cool, I've got to make sure, because he must believe in the artist because he's shown.
Yeah.
You get it?
Clearly. Okay, so how long ago was this, by the way?
This was literally, like, let's say back in February times.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
2023.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the people that I work with, for me, it's not about having the longest relationship with them. If I believe something makes sense and I can see myself bringing value to you, and I can see that we're able to build, I'll just make the move and show you that, cool, let's get to work. It's like, we'll build a relationship. It's like, Switch, I look at Switch as my little brother.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless whether, how successful he is, it's like, I've built a relationship with him where I look at him as that I want him to be successful, regardless whether it's like with a label or in different paths in life, you get it?
Okay, so now, Switch, what I want to know, by the way, what was the first thing you heard of him? Ever?
The first time I heard
the first tune. You
know what's crazy? It's like, before Shoulder Fling, it's like, because of the area he's from, he lives in like Abbey Wood, Greenwich, all of them stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, man was hearing their stuff on TikTok, but it's like, on TikTok, I won't count it as a song.
Yeah, I get you.
I'll say Shoulder Fling. Shoulder Fling was his first release, so I'll say Papa Shoulder Fling was the first time I've had to take him as an artist. Before man's just seeing them promote music on TikTok. But I'll be real, these lot, Switch is 17.
Yeah.
So at that time, I wasn't really taking it for anything. I'd say Shoulder Fling, that's the first time I had to take in the music because it's like, now it resonated with stuff I had here.
Yeah. And bro, to talk on Switch, man, I won't lie, when I first heard him, I won't lie, it was Dry Fit, innit? With Pablo.
Yeah.
Pablo.
Yeah.
And when I first heard it, all I heard is dun, dun. I said, yeah. I said, what? And I heard dun, dun.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah.
Then I heard, if the match empty turbo reloaded, don't let me like this. I couldn't believe it, bro, because I'm like, on my life, I said, wait, this is an old tune from 2017. That's what I thought.
What I'm saying. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
And you get it. Like, these lot, obviously, credit to Switch. Like, his beat selection is crazy.
Yeah.
I've been saying it to him for years. It's like, that's one of his skill sets. It's like, he knows a good beat from a beat that's not as good. And
was that your phone?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. His beat selection is disgusting, bro. Because
Literally that.
when I heard, as I said before you recorded, when I heard his next up and then he switched the beat and then he came back in, all of that, I said, nah, this is ugly.
Literally, like Switch has got an advantage. He's an engineer. He's like
What?
very good at the game.
Swear.
He engineers the stuff. Like my like there's loads of tracks he's released that he's the one that's engineered it. He's the one that's obviously recorded it. Everything.
What? Well, even my arm, everything.
It's just that like people will get to know that when obviously they start to see.
Wait, even Dry Fit, sorry.
Yeah, with Dry Fit, he done that himself as well. It's crazy, yeah.
What?
But it's like when he gets other people, we must have learned from Shoulder Fling, because with Shoulder Fling, obviously, with the first original version, he must have done the engineering for that.
Yeah.
And then we must have decided to go elsewhere for the engineering.
Damn.
After. So when we went elsewhere, it's like people on TikTok are telling us, they preferred the other version.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I was watching all of that, bro. All the different YouTube uploads. I like this verse instead of I was watching all of that.
So we just kind of decided, cool, next time, Switch, you just stick to you doing it, because everyone liked it when you did it. So why did you stop doing it?
Yeah, because I remember he changed his verse. And everyone's like, Pabs read this. I'm like, bro, they both went hard, fam.
Literally that. Now, credit to Pabs. Pabs is a hard artist. Like, there's going to be a lot more coming from him. Like, he's talented. Yeah. It's like, I see him in the game, and I know what people see in him. Yeah. Like, I see why he looks like an artist. He's got, even his sound, how he sounds. And
he's an artist. Flow. I'm so sorry. Like, how can you walk in, and what does man say again? How does it start again? I can't rap it right now. So I'm thinking of this, but bro, it's not normal, fam. And that, you know what I like about drill as well. You know that cut out that I don't have to do it. Yeah.
The vocal presets and all of the I know you're not still.
Like, I want to know
the chops that they were making. Yeah, Switch was making hella chops.
I want to know that studio session. What was that like, though?
You know what's crazy? Yeah, Dry Fit is a song from over a year ago.
What? Oh yeah.
You go on YouTube.
Yeah.
That song's been leaked so many times. But what it is, is that like Switch used to have a studio in his house.
Say swear.
So because he had a studio in his house, all the man them used to always go to Switch's house. Oh shit. It's crazy. It's like all the people that like now on social media, he's got issues with certain guys, but those are all guys that they all used to be recording with him. You get it? Crazy. And when you check his old stuff on YouTube, you'll find all these guys then songs with him. And they all used to record together all at the studio. So it's like, yeah, man. Dry Fit was an old song, but then we decided to kind of revamp it and take it up a level. Switch laid a new verse, obviously to the beat. He done more chops to the beat. So like kind of he gave more life to it. Yeah, cause bro, when I heard I got a fling on me when I go to the first, like then that ad lib, even that. Yeah. Then it goes dun 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 boom. Yeah. Nah. Like man's. I can't take it, bro. I can't take it in literally more than I did the first time. Like I can't explain it, bro. It's too much. Like I tried. I feel like that song it's crazy because it's one of them ones where like right now the youngers know about it, but soon it's gonna kind of pick up pace on Insta and kind of go to the next level. Bro, like it's already done 700k first month. Like I've been watching it all like every day, every week. I'm a weirdo. I've been checking the numbers every week, mad, bro. Right now I think it's going to 500k on YouTube. Yeah. It's about to hit 1 million soon on Spotify. Yeah. Bro, it's crazy. And it's like, I always say to the man there, it's like, these lot, they don't even promote it that much. Yeah. And it's like... And look what he's doing on TikTok. Literally that's why I always tell them, when you promote it more, this song is going to do a mad thing. But it's like, it's already doing a mad thing. This is the most it's ever done for both artists. Yeah. So it's like, these guys kind of understand. Okay. Like, so what do you think? Because me personally, I won't lie, I'm thinking possibly at some point, Pabs and Switch do an EP or something at some point. I won't even be surprised if that happens. Obviously, these guys, they're close and they're good friends. Yeah. And moves like that is what makes sense. I always kind of say to the guys that, stuff like this is the stuff that you should be working on. I think nowadays, like a lot more people are starting to collab. People are realizing the power of collabs. Yeah. And especially with Switch and Pabs, when you've got a good relationship, you need to start doing stuff like this. Right. So those are all stuff that's in the pipelines. Whether it happens now, whether it happens later in the future, it's like obviously when now labels are starting to be interested in guys, it's like some of them have to first stop their own projects before they can do stuff like that. Yeah. So and it's like it's kind of up to both artists. I know both artists has kind of got plans and stuff they want to show the fans first that they've been making. Yeah. So it's real, bro. But I want to now. Going with you now, back to you as R1 now. Okay, so let's just go forward a year after Rover's released, the remixes has released. Yeah. Alright, cool. We're at a point now. Now we're doing features with Tion Wayne, got KSI,
we're doing features of people that we probably looked up to. Like I'm sure you maybe looked up to Tion Wayne at some point. I don't know.
Bro,
I used to.
Even to this day, man, still looks up to him. Like Tion shows man a lot of love. Like these are all guys. It's like your idols. Like, you know that whole saying, your idols become your rivals. Like, now we're looking at the charts and we're competing against all these guys.
Words. Bro, I want to know though, cool, like, besides you guys having a song of Tion, I want to know what it was just to even be with him, bro. Because man used to look up to him, man. Yeah, man. So, like, cause I think, I remember at the point where you was with him for the music video, I remember actually seeing that. About a year and a half, 2 years ago, like, was there a conversation? I want to know, like, what was that like?
No, Tion's a down-to-earth person, man. Tion shows a lot of the man them love, and it's like, I can see as to why a lot of guys, he inspires a lot of guys, I'll be real. Like, I think Tion knows that, like, we show him that it's like, he gives us advice when he speaks to us. It's like, he's been in the situations that we're going through years before. Yeah. So it's like, even a couple months back, I was with him in Ghana, and even then he was still showing me love, still giving me advice. It's like, he's just been like supportive. It's crazy because Tion was one of the first artists I ever met, and it's like even Tion's cousins, she lives in Swindon, so it's like Tion's always had kind of connections to the area, so it kind of made sense that he was one of the first artists to kind of show us love and support. And yeah, man, like there's pictures and videos of me and Tion 6-7 years ago. Damn. Before the music thing kind of happened.
It?
Yeah.
You already knew him before?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
It's crazy. It's God.
How? That's...
Yeah, man, like I was a fan. So it's like, for when I was a fan, it's like him and his whole management team. I was just...
Terry, you know, all them, man. Nino.
Yeah, big up Nino, big up Terry, man. Big up Glenn, big up... There's hella the man,
you know them, for real. Okay, wow. Okay, I want to know now, like, if you could just pause 1 second now. Like, had there ever been moments where, like, you're like, raw, like, is this actually real? Like, you know this thing called the imposter syndrome? Yeah. Have you ever dealt with that, bro?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, like I was saying to you earlier, like, when I was looking at it, I was saying to myself, nah, maybe this was luck. It's like, when it first happened, I kind of didn't want to give myself the credit or, like, kind of say that, yeah, maybe I'm that guy. Like, it's kind of, I'm a humble person. So sometimes I look at the whole situation and kind of say that, I don't really know whether it's because of me that this is happening. Damn. Like, I always say credit to Simba, because Simba, like, he had all the talent from the start.
Hundreds.
And it was only later on that I started to realise, when I started to meet a lot of people in the industry, that I started to understand that, like, having talent isn't enough to get you to success. Everybody has talent. It's just whether you can kind of take that talent to the next level and build off that talent. It's like, that's where a lot of people don't. And I had to start saying, oh, wait, so maybe this is what I'm good at. I'm able to help people build off their talent. Yeah. And I'm able to also build off my talent and get myself in these positions and, like,
Because to be honest, just from us talking so far for like what the past 40 minutes, what I see with you already is that you give me the vibe of someone who could sit back, visualize something, look at it for what it is, and be like, alright, hold on, let me add more spice there. Hold on, let me stretch this rubber here to, like, that's the vibe I get. You're giving me coach vibes right here, bro. Like, and so I have to talk on the one and only Raxway, bro.
Come on, Rax Productions, man. Get to know, man.
You got to talk on that, man. So, you've got... So, all of your artists, they're under that, right?
Yeah. So, obviously, Rax Productions, that's the management.
Okay.
So
that's a management company?
Yeah, it's a management company, but we aspire to do more. It's like... There's, like, look at Disturb in London. Dumi has Disturb in London. Michael Addix has NQ. We kind of aspire to be like a 360 entertainment company where we're not only doing management, like distribution, that's the next thing that people will be seeing. We're going to be offering artists like situations and distributing them. So it's like we plan to do a lot more. It's just obviously a timing thing. So even entertainment, we plan to do entertainment. We plan to go into the production space and start doing freestyles, videos, everything like that.
Nice.
Because we're still young as well, it's just kind of making sure that we do it at the right time and the right way. I feel like I've just got to come with it properly. But yeah, we're building a lot, and it's like I'm expanding the team. It's like before it was me managing like 3 artists, and it was a lot. Yeah. So now I've got people such as Lenny Jr. on the team. I've got Kess in the team. I've got another guy called Polo in the team. It's like now I've got these guys that are doing day-to-day management for the artists, so they're always with the artists as well, while I'm doing the admin side and also still getting opportunities for the artists. But when now there's more of us, it allows me to do a lot more. It allows me time to think, to kind of plan the next step, to kind of bring the relationships I have in on the resources I have to kind of help the artists and take it to the next level.
Okay, damn. Bro, I want to know though, because you were talking about doing admin work, having other people under you. Like, what is your day-to-day, bro? Like, if you could just walk me through your day-to-day.
My day-to-day is just a lot of calls, man. It's a lot of calls. It's like, every day I've got to kind of wake up and, you know what's crazy? I've got to be the one that kind of says to myself, yo, I need to work today. So my day-to-day is just kind of trying to make things happen. I think that's what my whole life's kind of been, trying to make things happen. So even to today, I'm still trying to make things happen. It's like for a whole week, I might have nothing to do, but I say to myself, yo, I need to keep myself distracted. I need to keep myself busy. Like, if I'm not busy, then I'm kind of looking at life and say, yo, what am I doing with my life? So it's like, with Max Productions, what I'm usually doing on a day-to-day basis is like, I'll be just taking calls. Like, I always have a lot of people hitting me up to work with the artists, and I'm always trying to look for opportunities. Now, whether it's that I'm going on Spotify, listening to music, or whether it is I'm checking who's got shows coming up to either try go to the show or get my artist at the show, and whether I'm looking at events to get my artist at or just lining up sessions, it's like I got myself a studio. The first thing when we got music money that we went and done is got a studio.
I respect it,
so,
bro.
Like back in 2020, that was the first thing we got. So during lockdown, we had a studio space, and for the last 4 years, we've had a studio space. So that's kind of gave us a unique advantage where we're actually able to kind of like proper focus. It's like, I always just take myself to the studio. When I don't have nothing to do, I'll go to the studio and make there be something to do. Whether it's listening to music, whether it's bringing my artists to the studio. And that's been like the community center, I'd say, for the Mandem for years.
Oh, is it?
It's kind of now
to this day?
What do you say?
To this day?
Yeah, to this day. To this day, it's like, all last week we was all at the studio, and it's like, that's where we kind of connect properly, and that's where we find the next artist. Because there's always artists walking around the studio, there's always artists, and yeah, man, it's crazy.
Bro, that's actually cool. Like, because let's be real, like, cool, you're someone that's like 19, 20, 21, whatever, even up to now, being in like their near mid-20s, not a lot of people thinking, like, okay, let me reinvest this money. Obviously, crypto, let me put money into this, but that's the typical thing. But for you to actually be like, cool, let me put money into studio, I respect that, bro. And like, what, that process alone, what was that something you was thinking, maybe I should have kept this for later, or was you always like...
Facts. To this day, it's like, I look at guys that are in the same position as me, and a lot of people tell me all the time about how much money I make. And they always go, yo, you make this much money, why aren't you doing things this way, or why are you not there, why are you not doing this? And I'm always kind of showing them that, yo, there's more than the eye sees. It's like, just cause like I make this much money, you don't realize man's got to make investments. I'm only in this situation. I think what I understood from the first time is like Simba was one of the first things that Papa invested in. So when that investment paid off, I realized that, yo, I've got to always make sure that I'm always investing in something. And that's what my parents and everyone used to always say, like, oh, make sure that this money that you're getting, make sure that you're putting it to good use. So back then I kind of said to myself, well, when I know that the studio, like that studio that we used to use at college, that's what kind of brought us here. Let me make sure that I go get myself a studio, because I'm always seeing all the time, people are always here trying to book studio, look for studio. And for example, when the studio's too busy for a week or two, it kind of just slows down the momentum, it slows down the progress. During lockdown, I think lockdown also done a lot, because in lockdown 100%. Now, you're not allowed to go studios, people aren't allowed to leave their house. I'm kind of saying, yo, I need my own space that's a studio, so I can always be there. And back then it was just kind of like, yo, let's just do it. Let's just trust that's going to amount to something. And that kind of allowed me to even, Silver, my next artist, allowed me to kind of put him in sessions all the time and kind of be able to build with him all the time and just kind of take his stuff to the next level.
Damn, I can't lie, I'm just deep in it as well. You're actually such an asset, because with artists as well, it's not like, oh, I'm just a manager. I have studio itself, like, I have that. Damn, man.
Like, I know what I bring to the table now. I think before, like, it was like, I had to kind of say to myself, yeah, let me start bringing things to the table, because these are game changers. It's like just giving someone access to a studio all the time. All it takes is for like one late night, they make an idea, and that might be the idea that changed their life. Like, I hear from artists all the time, they're telling me that, yo, like, this idea I made at 3 a.m. And like, yeah, man, that idea was what changed my life. And I'm looking at it and saying to myself, cool, yeah, now that I've got a studio, it's like, I always tell my artists, yo, at any time you lot just stay there, like whether you stay there the night or whether you're there for a couple of days and just making music, just kinda, you never know when the idea is gonna come. So you need to kind of make sure that you're putting yourself in the best position to really be able to get something out of it.
That's why it's important to have someone that can capture when there's a moment like, yo, this is it. Because even talking on Marks, your artist, I was talking to his brother and he was saying like when they were in a car and they was doing the verse for Hide and Seek. He's like, yo, he said to him literally after that verse, he's like, yo, bro, you have to go studio.
Done a lot still, I'll be real. Like, I always tell Marks, and I haven't even spoken to brother, but big up his brother. Like, I'll be real. Like, his brother done a lot for Margs in that situation. Like Margs even said it the other week. Like
I'm saying like I was there. I was talking to his bro. Sorry,
It's crazy. His brother was the one that gave him the £35 for that first session.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was the difference. His brother believed in him even before us lot knew Margs. His brother was like, I'll be real. Like his brother's a big part of the story because all it takes is for someone to kind of see the vision and kind of believe that that talent you possess can kind of go the extra. Like it can go further than just a freestyle video in a car. You get it?
Exactly, because it could have just stayed as that.
Literally that. But his brother told him to go to the studio.
Words.
Made him record it, and then that was all that started it.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And like, cool. You know how before I mentioned, like, I feel like cool. You can not even. I feel like clearly you can capture a sound. Yeah. Again, going back to the switches, to the marks. As I said before, they both bring that nice nostalgic drill feel. So I want to know if you, bro, like, who are you listening to, bro?
I'll be real, yeah. My music is all over the place. It's like I listen to everything.
Okay.
I've kind of had joy in listening to so much music. It's like, for example, when I'm speaking to different people, they'll put me on different songs, and I kind of understand that I've got to kind of be open to all different types of music.
Of course.
It's like I didn't used to listen to drill. I won't say that drill is even the main sound that I listen to, but I can appreciate it. So that's why, for example, it just depends on my mood that day.
First.
But like, I listen to everything, bro. Like I'm listening to the tunes that people are listening to on TikTok. I'll be real. I'm listening to a lot of the stuff that the girls are listening to, because when I'm with the girls, they'll be there playing it with me bears. So Afrobeats and a lot of American music. So it's like, yeah, man, I got Ashake in my playlist. I got Body Rich in my playlist. Obviously,
my brother, you know about Roddy.
But my playlist is still, if I told you that, if you look at my playlist, I'm listening to 2019, 20 stuff still.
You're listening to what? Sorry for being antisocial.
Yes. Nothing's ever changed. Like, you know what it is? It's like, yeah, man. And I listen to R&B as well. I listen to like a lot of that, and it's like, obviously, like I was saying, where I've had sisters and just the sort of vibe that they're listening to, it's like, yeah, man, I'm listening to all of that stuff there, but like it depends who I'm around. Okay. I'm around the man them, like man might change a song and start playing certain types of song. Yeah, I'll play drill. Like, the man them like that. Yeah. But don't get twisted. All it takes is for me to be with a girl, and now man listening to R&B.
Yo, man. I want to know now, cause cool. Clearly, you've got an ear for the like Afro-swing kind of sounds, the drill kind of sounds. I want to know now. Would you ever deal with an R&B artist, bro?
100%. Yeah. 100%. Those are the conversations I've been having recently. Like, and it's like, I kind of said to myself, like, I want to do things that I have a passion in, and things that bring me passion, and obviously where I can already appreciate the sound, and kind of I know how to take the sound, or I know how to take artists that are making the sound to the next level. Yeah, it's like I've just kind of been waiting for the right time, and just kind of, you know what it is. It's kind of I want to be in the right position where I can do a lot more and bring a lot more to the table for
I respect it
in that space.
I love that you said that, because I always hear, bro, don't deal with no R&B artists because R&B is not this. Same with Afro-swing. Don't do Afro-swing because it's not going on the charts. It's not hitting. So is that where you're coming from? Like, you would want to actually push the whole genre as well.
What it is, it's like cool. When I first came into the game, everyone told me Afro-swing is dead. Man went and done it when it was dead. Same, I've been hearing Drill's dead for the last year. Man came and done it.
Look at you, bro. You're the man.
It's kind of one of them things where I realized that it's like you've just got to be kind of able to be patient and kind of see like where there's a crisis, you've got to see opportunity. It's like I know that, for example, I'm looking at guys like Nipper. There's a lot of people that listen to R&B. You get it? Like, I think now it's just kind of finding a way to get the PR for it out there, push it in a way where people can actually proper take it in. Yeah, I feel like maybe the PR for it is not as much, or like, man, there just needs to be people that's championing it. Yeah,
and genuinely loving it, because I feel like at a point, I got too tired of drill. Every day, another person's going to freaking Fumes, the engineer. Oh, Sonic sound, with these stupid coin sounds. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I'm tired.
Yeah, everyone, that's what you can do. When we see something that's
rinse it.
Do it up, man.
Like, they'll milk the cow to the point where the cow is gone. Yeah. There's no more cow.
But it's crazy because during 2017 to 2020, it's like everybody in the UK was having success. There were so many artists. Now we've only got like 3 artists left in each like genre. But I believe that's all gonna change. I believe literally it's a timing thing. It's like now everybody's kind of having to now look at the music as more. They can't just drop a song. They have to now start looking at beat selection. They now have to start looking at how long the song is. Now people are realizing that all the people that was having success before wasn't by luck. Let's try and replicate the similar stuff to what they're doing, and let's kind of take advantage that it's there. The history is there. We can kind of go back in time. It's kind of like now, I'm telling all my artists, everybody wants nostalgia. right now you've got to understand the time frame that we're in. Everyone's wishing that they were back in the days.
2017.
Everyone's always talking about back in the days. They're always talking about this, that, that.
Yeah.
The artists that are having success, they're able to connect you with back in the days. They're able to make you feel like you was back in using. Like, everyone's got their own different methods. And I'm seeing a lot of people who have samples. And people are not realising that's the reason why they like that song.
Yeah, they don't even know the feel. Because talking on that, not specifically sampling, but in terms of sound, like cool. Going back to Switch with Dry Fit again, and then Margs with Hide and Seek.
Yeah.
They both have that church sound.
Literally.
Like Margs Hide and Seek, I can't do it obviously, but it has that. And when I first heard it, I said, nah, like it brings a. Yeah. It's gonna sound fast. It brings like an evil part. It brings like an evil part of me. Like, yes.
No,
that
time. Fair people say that. You know when they listen to the song, they just want to go to a bad thing.
Yeah. And then like even with Talk of the Town, like bro, when I heard that second verse, for example, because at first the first verse was calm, and the second verse, I said what? Then the scratching.
But no, it's crazy still.
I said Jesus Christ, man. I said, yo. So then
people don't know what they're there still.
Yeah, so that's when I said, and then like, bro, that's why when I said before, when I saw your profile, then I saw Margs and then Switch both tagged in. I screamed. I literally screamed in my bed, bro. Today at 7:30 a.m. I screamed like, ah! I like, what the fuck? Because it's so blatant. Like you have a hands-on feel and look on like how someone's supposed to get something out, or like. If that makes sense, know what I'm saying? Like, literally, and that exact sound, that nostalgic drill sound is there. Like, bro, like, I want to talk more on Margs, though, bro. Like, you see that kind of flow. Have you ever seen this anywhere else, bro?
But I'll be real, I tell Margs all the time, I tell him that, yo, you're very talented. He knows it himself. Like, I tell him that, yo, there's a reason as to why people are looking at you as the next and say you're saving drill.
He's the golden child, in my opinion. Margs is the golden child.
Literally that, like, and I keep telling him, it's like now, especially if you're looking at his TikTok, he's dropping so many different sounds. He's kind of understood what, I told him, yo, don't let the ball drop. Like right now, especially where they're showing you love, you've got to kind of take this to the next level and show them that you're more than just drill. People are looking at you and saying, oh, drill, golden child, but it's like, they're not trying to give you credit for yourself as an artist or as a rapper. Yeah. So it's like now that he's starting to show different stuff, people are understanding, wait, this guy might be here to stay. It's like the way he's came in the game, he's came in so heavy, everyone's kind of trying to say, oh, maybe he's a one-time wonder or this or that. And it was the same thing as back with Simba. I kind of showed these guys that, yo, you've got to show them again that you can do this again. Again. And when you start doing it again and again, that's when they start realizing that, oh, yo, like, this guy's actually here to stay. Like, Margs is good when it comes to kind of like his flow. It's like he knows how to switch it up, and it's like, I tell him that, yo, the fact that you can kind of show emotion in songs and kind of show that you're not just drill. But there's another song that he's talking about how grateful he is. I don't really hear that from any man.
Yeah,
I don't
even hear that in general.
Ever kind of thank people. Like, he's there thanking God in a song. People are going, yo, wait, that's not what I heard from him the other week. And now it's forcing them to see him as more than what they've seen him as previously.
In my opinion, I can imagine, I can imagine, bro. I can't even lie. I can see, I was gonna say Switch, Margs. I can see Margs making a serious love tune, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I can picture the whole TikTok. I'm talking, it'll be this, him driving or someone else driving, and then he's just snapping and you could just hear the song. Yeah, but like, because his flow, I can imagine his flow on like a, not the exact beat, but the sound. You know that, what's that K-trap tune, that love tune?
Don't wanna stop your it's not in.
What's it called? It's interlude. Is it interlude?
Is it interlude?
It's interlude, isn't it? Yeah.
I listened to that song literally 2 days ago.
Say so, bro. I can
imagine that out still.
Yeah, bro. I can imagine Margs on that kind of beat, but obviously it's touched on a bit.
Yeah.
That exact same sound. I can't do it.
I showed him that, and also obviously, like, from talking to Margs, it's like he's also got past experiences. I kind of show him and all the artists, yo, you man, talk on your past experiences. When you're listening to these guys or these other rappers, you don't realise that they're talking about what they've been through. That's why you're kind of relating to it and you're liking it. It's like Margs loves all the wave artists. He loves listening to wave. And I've kind of always said to him that, yo, them man are in their bag because they're in their feelings and they're sharing their feelings. That's why you can relate to it. Trust me, the minute that you start talking about your feelings and kind of sharing that side, people are going to take you in a lot more. They're going to respect you a lot more. And it's like, Margs has already got music for the woman. He's already kind of realised that, yo, it's time he shows that side of him. And yeah, he's going to be dropping that soon. He's already started to kind of drop song. Like, this week on TikTok, he dropped something on Sunday about a girl, like just speaking about his relationship with a girl. And it's like, that's already been going off.
Damn, see, because I feel like one thing with an artist that keeps them to stay is the introspection. When you can just be transparent. That's one thing with Central C that I saw from early. Like, when you're mentioning, I have no GCSEs, you know what that means?
Yeah, man.
Like, there's better man that have no GCSEs.
Yeah, man.
They will not say that. Man even put on a billboard, I have no GCSEs. I don't know if you saw... Like,
it's crazy.
But then again, like, resonation, if we talk about marketing, resonation, all those kind of things is what keeps people to stay.
Like, when people can relate to your story and kind of understand your story,
Yeah.
it's kind of like now they're here locked in because they're like, wow, you're a lot more than I thought you was. It's like people already from day one, I knew that, especially with the way Marks came on drill, people would try to write them off and kind of say, here's another one of them kids talking about knives, or violence, all of this, all of that. Like, they're the issue why all of this is happening.
Yeah.
And like, it's crazy because now people are now looking at the other stuff that he's planning to drop up, previewing, and they go, wow, I actually really like this guy. Like, I didn't realize this guy was from this area or that this guy grew up on this story. It's like the same with me. It's because I feel like because of the fact that I don't really speak about myself or kind of share the private lifestyle or my personal life. Yeah. It's like a lot of people don't know about me enough that they'll make an assumption or go off what they're seeing on socials or kind of, for example, back in Twitter, like in the days when I used to be on Twitter, people just kind of look at me like, well, this guy's talking a lot.
Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, why is he talking so much? Like, why do people fuck with him and just kind of use that as a reason to write you off? So
bro, you optimize on Twitter though. Like, you really know how to use Twitter.
No, man was just good at the marketing stuff back then, and I feel like, you know what it is. I was just talking my shit. I'll be real. Like, I wasn't really thinking of it at the time. It's like I just used to like talking, so I just talk. I think that was one thing I was good at back then, and to this day.
To this day, bro, we're connecting, bro. I'm liking this, bro.
Yeah, man. So I feel like it's crazy though, cause I remember when I used to be on Twitter, it's like people always used to call me a Twitter boy. So I always used to say to myself, yo, I can't end up with that description of a Twitter boy. I need to make myself more than
What's
Twitter.
a Twitter boy? What's that at the end of the day?
Literally that. But back when I was 19, 18, I was looking at little things that, Twitter boy. When I'm speaking to girls, when I'm speaking to people, they go,
you're that Twitter boy, innit?
Bro, you know what you've heard it 100 times, okay, hey bro, you know there's more to me than Twitter. Like, what, do you think I wake up and just stay on Twitter the whole day? No, there's more to me. I have a life outside of Twitter.
But bro, you're cold though, because cool, even if people did call you Twitter boy, you switched it, said, yo, let me bring out finesse clothing. Let me bring out these vests I have here. I want to talk on that, bro. I want to talk on your clothing brand.
Nobody knows that side. You know when you just said the vest? Yeah. To this, I swear to you, nobody knows that as me.
Yeah, bro, when I do my...
Nobody knows.
Yeah, bro, you see me, when it comes to the research, I was there back then. Like, I was on Twitter back then, still now, but not, like, it's not like how it was back then.
Yeah,
you can never get that Twitter, those Twitter days back then.
Take me back to 2020, take me back to World War III times.
Bro,
Those are the peak times. Twitter was lit back then, man.
I remember, I'll be seeing dumb tweets like, if 5 people like this or whatever, I'll run down Gosford naked. Some dumb shit like that. I'm on the second floor of the library. Just dumb.
Hey, trust me. Back then we was just having fun with it. It was like there was nobody that could tell us nothing. I think we was at that mindset because all of us, like me, T2 Trill, Kruger, Cheyenne, all of us literally, we all lived in the same Acom.
Oh yeah.
So it's like we got to the point where we were so deluded, so crazy that we didn't care what the world thought. It was
shit.
What? I don't care who's talking about me. I'm still just gonna do my thing. Like,
I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing.
Fun.
Yeah, especially when you're in uni as well. It's like life is almost, you don't know it, but it's blissful. What do you have to care for?
Literally that. And I think back then it was just kind of like we was trying to say to ourselves, yo, we want to make more of ourselves. We want to kind of do more with our situations. And back then Twitter gave us a voice. And I used my voice and just kind of said to myself,
damn right,
let me take my voice to use it to do more. Let me take it to kind of, like, back then I wanted to do clothing. I like clothing. Like, fashion's always kind of been my thing. And it's kind of like, back then I said to myself, yo, what are things I like? Instead of just always buying designer, because there's a point where people used to say, all you do is buy designer. I said, cool, now it's time to level up. Let me start now creating my own design. And back then it was like vests. I went to America in November. And I must have taken some stuff from America, and that was what I was wearing. And a lot of people like them was asking you, where's this from? But I knew I couldn't get that again. So I just kind of said to myself, cool, let me just make my own thing. And that's where the finesse vest came from back then. And what's crazy is all the artists that was around, like, were rocking with it back then. It's like NSG, they wore it at their show. It's like Naira Marley. Naira Marley was one of the first guys to pop a Show Me Love for the
You used to love Naira Marley, right?
Yeah, literally that. Naira Marley was like, obviously Naira Marley is like, I look at his story and I say, yo, we have a similar story. It's like, the guys lived in Nigeria, the guys lived in the UK, man had a similar upbringing. So it's like, obviously he showed me so much love. It's like, for his headline show when he done Brixton, it's that he wanted me to make a whole collection of vests for the team. So we done like a finesse / Naira collection, and
Well, you need to show me this after so I can my editing.
Yeah, we done like a little finesse Malian collection.
Damn.
And it's like, yeah, man. Like I think man gives a lot of credit to them guys there because they're the reason as to why man started proper believing in myself and realizing like back then when I done a vest, there was a lot of people hating on it on Twitter.
I remember. Yeah.
A lot of people saying a lot of stuff, but me back then I didn't care about hate, man. I was having fun with it, so and I was making money off it.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people bought the vest when I put the website up. So because of that, I just kind of said to myself that yeah, man. Like when I know people are liking it, it's like I have to realize the UK is very bad vibes and think outside of the UK sort of thing.
Well, that's your phone, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking, I can't even lie, bro. I'm just thinking, imagine if the vest specifically. Cause I've not seen the vest. You're not doing the vest anymore, are you?
No. You know with the vest, it's like it got to a point where I kind of said to myself that I don't want people to know me for just the vest. I need to kind of show more than just the vest.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of that, back then I just kind of decided to take a pause on the vest, and where like music got so busy, my life went from a 0 to 100.
Yeah.
It's like I had so much going on in my life. I had a son. Because I had a son, it's like I got to the point where I'm doing so much. I just kind of said to myself, I need to pause and slow down with life. Just kind of focus on one thing at a time. So that's what kind of slowed down the whole clothing side of things. Now I'm back on that, and I've kind of organized my life. I've got a company now where I've got people working for me and kind of taking care of the music side of things. And it's now allowed me to kind of say, cool, let me focus on the clothing. Let me bring FNS back, and credit to Margs. It's crazy. Margs has been wearing a couple of the finesse stuff, and it's been going off on TikTok. Everybody's been asking, where's this brand? Which brand is this?
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. If you check some of his posts, you'll see that they're all asking what tracksuit is.
That's beautiful.
Because I've not posted out that the brand is back. It's like Margs and Switch, they've both been wearing it. They just credit to them.
That's beautiful for you there.
Yeah, they were supporting the thing, and
damn.
It's like, yeah, man. Now the brand is about to drop again, and it's like there's a whole new life to it.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah, man. I was saying to myself this past year, I need to go back to my passion. It's like I kind of got to the point where I was kind of like, now people just know me for music. They don't realize that there's a lot more to me than just music. People just know me as a manager. Like they don't realize that before management, I was doing this or I was showing all of this stuff. I think because I got so submerged into the music, I stopped showing all the other stuff that made me me. Made me R1. Like, no one knows me. Like it's crazy. People like unless you're over like let's say the age of 23, you might not know that. On Twitter, I used to be like talking about stuff on Twitter. People won't even know that now because I barely speak on Twitter. Now I just kind of read. Yeah. I think I just got to that point in life where I just kind of I think one day I just deep laughed too much and just kind of let it kind of. Yeah, I just said, yeah, man, let me just come off Twitter, let me just take a break from this. Let me not post as much and snap.
Okay, but at first, because now the moves you're making is doing the talking now.
Yeah, but I plan to, I wanted the moves to make the talking so that when I do go back to talking on those platforms, people realise that, cool.
Okay.
Like, now I've got stuff to back my talking.
Okay.
Back then in the days when I was on Twitter, it's like, people looking at it, bro, this guy's actually done nothing with his life.
What does he do? Yeah.
Man's just talking.
But at the same time, it's like, it's inevitable for people to look at you that way back then because when you're 19, 20, really and truly, you might just be in uni. That's about it, and then you're hustling or whatever. But like for people to say, "Oh, he's this," like it's hard because people are not gonna see when someone has X amount of money, they've been getting it how they want to get it, kind of thing. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'll say. So now I want to walk into this now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I hope I'm not holding up your time. By the way.
No.
Just that.
Is it possible to pause for 30 seconds?
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Swindon. That they're starting to take accountability and say, wait, so this guy's even had it from a further point and he still made it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because, bro, as I said before, I literally thought you were from South all this time, bro. All this time. So when I'm now seeing that, I'm like, I read, obviously, the press that was done for you on BBC and that.
Yeah.
So that's how I was like, Swindon. I actually thought I clicked some fake link.
Yeah, trust me, a lot of people tell me that it's a mad text though.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man. Like, man always kind of shows people that, obviously, it's like, I didn't let that whole Swindon thing stop me. It's like, that's what, with a lot of my friends or people I used to know, they used to kind of use that as their excuse and be like, man's from Swindon, man kind of amount to nothing. I think because of the fact that I came from Nigeria and I already looked at it and said to myself, me being here in the UK, that's already like some people's dream.
Yeah, that already alone.
Literally that. So when I was in Nigeria, knowing that this is all some people are trying to achieve in life, when I'm asking people, what's your goal to make it to the UK? I'm kind of looking at it and saying to myself, I've got to look at it for what it is and say to myself that, I am already successful. Yeah. How can I lose when I came in with nothing?
Word.
So
literally.
I'm really kind of looking at it and say, I've made the most out of nothing and turned it into something. And it's like, I can't stop here. Like, how far can I take it? So that's what I was kind of thinking to myself. So when I was in Swindon, I was kind of looking at it and saying to myself, yeah, cool, let me use this as kind of, if I can do it in Swindon, that means I can do it anywhere.
Yeah, clearly.
When we started kind of having people show us love in Swindon and all of that, I started saying to myself, yeah, cool. Obviously, London, my family live in London. Like, some of my family, like, they live in Deptford, Orpington, all of these sides. So that's why I used to be around South a lot, innit? So
Okay.
People used to see me in the end.
Okay, makes sense. I always thought you're from South, bro. Is this still on break, by the way, or?
Oh yeah, I'm still. I don't even know if you're.
No, I'm recording. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I want to just see if you want to do something else or not.
Yeah. No, I'm quickly just getting my little brother a train ticket. He's coming.
Okay, alright, nah, fair. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, cool. We'll just pause. So, bro, obviously, you was already saying before how life was already hard. Cool. Yeah. You having a baby on the way, and then besides that, what you see the Twitter kind of thing here, like just being a Twitter boy. I want to know. This is just to go back a bit. Was that point there? Was that a point where you ever thought like, shit? Like, I know you mentioned before, like, you don't want to be known as just a Twitter boy. But was that a point where you're thinking, raw, like, I generally have to be something because this can't be. I can't just be remembered just I was the Twitter boy or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? Like, them times I was already working towards like kind of obviously the music thing, like the clothing thing. I was already like trying to do that in the background.
Yeah.
But I feel like just Twitter just kind of made me realize that man needs to do more.
Yeah.
I think I like that. That's what I like about Twitter. I always go on Twitter and kind of say to my friends that, when I'm on Twitter, it kind of shows me the reality.
Yeah.
Because when I'm speaking with 30-year-old people there, or half the people giving me hate, they're like 5, 6, 7, 8 years older than me. And I'm thinking, like, how can you be giving a young person hate like this? Like, at least I'm trying to be something. So I think that kind of motivated me. I kind of used that to kind of fuel me to kind of do more, so I think.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, alright, cool. So now, at some point, I remember all over Twitter, like, your friend Josh, bro.
Rest in peace, Josh, man.
Rest in peace, man. He passed away. And I remember you posting that and the video went viral and he was in fashion himself, innit? So, obviously I don't want to bring back so many memories, but like at that point, where were you at with your career and where was life at? Because when you heard that, because that's not easy to digest, bro.
Can't lie, it was a lot still. It's like, it's mad because I actually remember the day I was and just kind of hearing all of that. I was even in Cov at the time. I was about to do a journey from Cov to London. I was coming back to the end and it was so sad because it's like, obviously I knew about what he was going through. He'd kind of shared it with me a while back. So it's like, it's crazy because, sometimes it's like, you're kind of deluded. It's like, man knew what he was going through, but I always thought, Josh was one of them guys he was a fighter. It's like, he kind of like, man, it's mad. He was a fighter. That's what I can say, man. It's kind of like, it's mad because he gave me so much hope and so much belief in myself, even in the clothing thing. It's like Josh was always there supporting me and kind of always helping me. And it's mad because we used to help each other. We used to kind of just chop it up on a lot of stuff and just, we connected on a real life level, just kind of just chatting outside of the whole clothing thing.
Just as humans.
Literally that. It's crazy, man.
That's what I love to hear, man, because, man... Like, this just reminds me, I might even cut this out.
And it's sad because it's like, with Josh, it's like, even on his last days, the guy was still fine. The guy's sending me voice notes on WhatsApp. The guy's telling me to do this. The guy's showing me mad love.
Like, everything's normal.
Yeah, boys. And it's crazy because it's how mad that he was treating it as if it was normal.
Yeah.
That I even got to the point where I was deluded that I believed that, my man's going to make it out. My man's going to be able to, like, man. Damn. But, like, even on his last days, it's like he was showing me so much love to the point where, like, the day he passed away, I didn't want to believe it. I just kind of lied to myself, no, that's not possible. This guy that was sending me a voice note last week telling me this, like, speaking on this, telling me how much he's so grateful and all of this, like, to have me in his... and it's crazy because, like, I never... Like, I used to tell him all the time anyways, but it's kind of like I said to myself that, like, I'm not letting his legacy end there. That when I'm back to where I need to be, that I'm definitely going to continue the story. And it's like, it's crazy because his little brother, he's got a little brother... that's going to be doing a lot as well.
Amen. Words.
His little brother's like into music management, so I've always said to myself, I'm going to help his little brother, Iggs. And it's like his little brother, like one day I hope he does the clothing thing as well. But like, definitely, like the legacy is not over there. It's like, Josh done too much for me to let it kind of die there. And it's like, I've always said to myself that when I'm in a position where I'm able to kind of show more, it's like, I will show more. And it's like, man.
Okay.
Credit to Josh, man.
Big up you, man. Because I know that can't be easy, man.
No, yeah. It's crazy because I'm not even his closest friend. I won't even come here and say I was his closest friend. It's just, obviously, we connected in a different level. It's like I said to you that with Simba and with all my artists, it's like, I just met them at the right time. And it's like, I met Josh, like, I don't even know how many years before, maybe 2 years before. And it's crazy because it was like social media, Insta, Twitter, all of that. Like, there was so much to relate to.
Yeah.
We just started chopping up about bare stuff. And off the back of that, it's crazy because when like, I used to like his clothing, but I used to wear it. So it's like, that kind of gave me more to kind of like be like, wow, this guy is very inspirational. Like a lot of the stuff he's doing, he was making the moves early, as well. So
damn, that I know that. Yeah, that's real, man. And that's beautiful though, to know that though, to see that my boy was actually doing that.
Yeah, man,
like he was really. It wasn't not to like diss anybody, but like he was actually living as a purposeful being.
No, literally that he was ahead of his time.
So
I would say that. And it's like, he had way more going for him. It's not as if it was only clothing that he was doing. But it's like, it's mad because he was making his mark. And even when you look at his clothing brand now, if you go on the page of it, you'll still see that raw. Like, for the time it was doing his thing, it was way ahead of all these clothing brands. Some of these clothing brands now. And you get it? That's not me dissing no one. That's just me.
Yeah, no, that's just being real, bro. Then now, obviously, with that being the actual thing that's happened now, like, you getting back to it, like, how is that happening? You're still dealing with Simba at that point, right? Are you?
Yeah.
So like, what's life like then now?
So obviously back then it's crazy because it was like I was on top of the world where my guy was like at the bottom of the world. So it was kind of like to myself. That's when I kind of realized that all this success, like all this money, it's like it don't really fix, it don't really heal things. It's like, I
think that's when life is really tough. Man. That's when you really see life what it is. When you're at the point where you know, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many girl you get, how many clothes you have, fam, some things, especially when it comes to health, you can't. Some problems just like that, you can't do nothing about it.
No, literally, man, man.
And
it's a lot still. Also, that's crazy. It's like, there was a quote I seen the other day. It was kind of like, can have 100 problems until it's a health problem. You only have one problem.
That's what I saw. Bello.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you saw Bello. Yeah,
And it's crazy because even me, I had the same situation. Like a year ago, I had a car accident. I had a bad car accident. Bro. So I was
just gonna talk on that.
So when I see that, I kind of was like, wow, it's crazy because when I had the car accident, it's like all the other problems I had. I didn't care. Even to this point, it's like some of the problems I had because I'm so busy in getting myself back to where I was before.
Nothing else matters.
You get it?
Nothing else. What problem with freaking my head? No, my health is on the line, bro. The hell. Alright, cool, bro. I want to even know that, bro. Cool, cause I remember when I was reading somewhere, it said at the end, like near the end of 2022, you end up being in a car crash, bro. Like, bro, how do you know how it happened?
Yeah, obviously.
What kind of day it was? Cause that's scary, bro.
It happened at like 2 a.m. It was like it was on a motorway in Cambridge, around them sides, like countryside sides. It was dark. It was the dark road. Like I must have just dropped off my son. I was on my way back. So you feel me? Like it was just man. Like what's it called? A van hit into me. And when the van hit into me, the van, obviously, you know what happens when a van hits into you. Yes. It was a mad thing still. Like, obviously, I'm trying to smile.
Yeah, it was tough, man. Yeah,
it was a lot still. I'll be real, but like I feel like everything happens for a reason, innit?
Yeah.
It's like now I understand that, like the accident happened for a reason. Maybe there was a lot of stuff that I just kind of needed to kind of slow down. I was living a fast life, innit? So at the same time, it's like man, it's crazy because that situation happened to me, kind of woke me up to real life. It's like how I always say to you, real life kind of wakes up people. When I had that situation, it was like I kind of had to look at life and kind of say to myself that like. Now I'm in this situation that I think before I had a vulnerable moment where I was vulnerable, but when I was in that hospital bed, bro, I broke so much. Like I broke my neck, I broke my pelvis, I broke my ribs, like I punctured my lung, I fractured my spine. It's like I shouldn't have survived, innit? Like that's the reality. Obviously,
did they even say that as well? Like they could have been.
No. I know that someone obviously passed away in this incident, innit?
Okay.
Like, the other driver passed away.
Okay.
So it's like man already knew that I shouldn't be alive. Like my man passed away at the scene. It was only God that kept me alive. I'll be real. It's like when that accident happened, the car flipped over like 4 or 5 times.
What, your car or the other car?
No, my car.
Oh, your car?
It wasn't even my car. It was my boy's car.
Damn.
Like, I didn't even plan to drive that day, so I was at my boy's, but I was just quickly like, oh yeah, I want to quickly go drop off my son.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get it.
Damn. Bro, okay. Obviously, again, if you don't want to have these memories, we can always just, but you see, you now being in the hospital, in that bed, whilst your whole body's aching, you're just there on your ones, like, I'm sure family came at a point, right?
Oh yeah, man. Some people came still.
There were probably times where you were by yourself, so what do you remember the feeling, the thoughts at that point?
Yeah, man.
Thinking, where's life going?
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy? I kind of gave up on myself at that point still. Like, obviously back then I was on so much drugs. Like I had so many operations. Like it was crazy. Every day is like I don't like the first week or so. It's like I wasn't conscious to the point where like man can tell you about it. But like now after when I like gained consciousness, it's like I was so drugged up and to the point where it's like I was in so much pain that it's like I couldn't even speak out. Like, I was just looking at people. But then it got to a point where then I could start speaking and it's like I had to start looking at my life and kind of saying to myself that that was it. I was gonna just be 22 and I wouldn't have had no legacy. I'd have just kind of died and you get it. You know what happens when people die?
Yeah,
everyone just shows some fake love, all of this, all of that, and that's that. So I kind of said to myself that man needs to, as soon as I get out of this situation, man needs to kind of plot and plan and change my life. Not like my life wasn't anything, but I kind of said that I needed
new levels.
More. You get it, new levels. I needed to take it up a notch. Just like I was kind of in the same position for the last year or so.
Okay.
And not that I wasn't achieving stuff, but I felt like I could have done way more. It's like I knew I could have done way more. It's like the success I had at 19, 20, like at 21, I kind of just wanted to take a break from all of that.
Yeah, of course.
And that was God trying to show me that man, like he's got a plan for me. I need to go back to what I was doing before. I need to kind of like go back to trying to motivate people, trying to inspire people, trying to do more, trying to be more.
Yeah.
I think like that's where I'm at in life now, where I've kind of understood that, and that's, for example, that's why I'm here today. It's like I'll be with so many guys shout me for interviews and all that. I don't like to do it.
Say swear.
I don't like to kind of show that side of me. I don't like to let people get to know me, all of that stuff there. But I realize, especially like when I speak to people on a day-to-day basis, that they're telling me that my story is what's helped them get to where they are in their chapter, and it's like that kind of shows me that I need to get my story out there more, and I need to kind of do more.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, man.
I can't lie, because that's not easy to go through, man. To live with, and for you to now have that, and then cool, you're like, bro, I've already achieved this at 19, 20, 21. You're saying to yourself, no, I need to achieve more. Like, bro, you already had artists that have had their tunes top 40, top 3. Like, this is like over literally 500 million streams plus in total.
Good, man. It's good.
Like, and you're still saying I'm hungry. You're still saying nah, man. I need to get more.
Yeah, man. Nah,
bro. The hunger. I want to know. Did the hunger? Would you say like it revamped after that crash? Like
100%. You know what's crazy? When I had that crash, it's like nobody knew what happened in it.
Okay.
People just kind of realized I disappeared.
Shit.
And I'll be real, like a lot of people kind of wrote me off, like because of that crash. Because people didn't know what happened. They just see me disappear.
Or they just thought, oh, this guy's fell off. Fucking hell, man.
All of this, all of that. And it's kind of like, I remember when I was in the hospital, I remember who came to the hospital. I only had a couple people come to the hospital. So it's kind of like, that was a wake-up call. It's kind of like, yo.
No one cares.
No one cares. Like, you get it? But obviously, I'll be real, it took me kind of a while to process all of that. Obviously, when I was on them drugs, till literally like February this year. So it's like, every day, man, I had to take 32 pills, like.
What?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, man was taking everything just to function.
Damn.
Like, obviously, where I broke so much of my body, it's like, obviously, I even had internal damage to my stomach.
Damn.
So I couldn't eat for time. I was on a drip for time. And then after that, it was like, I could only eat after taking this pill, after doing that.
Big up you, man.
Get it, man? It's like,
seriously.
It's like, it was mad. Because when I was at that low point, it's kind of like, it forced me to see life differently and to kind of value people for like different reasons. So when I'm starting to realize who was there with me for myself and who was there with me for me making money. Because at that point, man couldn't work. I couldn't go to work. There was a point there was months where I was just laid in bed looking up, because back then even my neck, it's like my whole body was, it was mad.
Damn.
But then I started valuing people by like who was there with me, like who's actually there for me, like not there for my money. Because a lot of people, it's like, yo, the minute I started coming back to work, hello guys start coming back.
Wow, bro, what you saying, bro? All of that.
But bare these guys, they knew I had that situation. Like when I had the situation, my man then was kind of showing people that something's happened. Like he's not well, like perfect, all this all of that. But a lot of people, like, don't get twisted. Some of them weren't close with me, so I understand why they didn't reach out. And I don't feel no way to it no more. But there was a point like last year where I hated the whole world.
Of course, I would
time for it.
Yeah, of course, bro. And bro, was there times where like you're just in the hospital, you're not moving, but you're just crying, like, was
100%.
Tears just dropping?
Yeah, man. It's like, but I thought my life was over. I'll be real.
You literally thought that.
Obviously, when the accident happened, like, obviously I must have stood at the car, walked 2 steps, and just collapsed. And so I literally thought like man was dead.
Oh, I'm
like,
good.
No. I didn't even think I was good because that's when I realized how severe it was.
Damn.
Because suddenly my legs isn't moving, my body's not moving, and I lost so much blood that day. Obviously, like air ambulance had to take me to the hospital.
Damn.
It's like I had to do operations straight away, and I wasn't awake for none of this. And it's crazy. I didn't know what happened. I only found out a couple weeks later what happened.
Damn.
My mum didn't show me that. Oh yeah, someone passed away. I think she knew that if I knew all of that, that would probably break me.
Yeah, that
that'd have been me still. But I realized, man, like from that incident, like it showed me who was really there for me, and it showed me that, man, there's a lot left I've got to do. There's a lot left I've got to achieve. There's a lot of people that I'm doing it for, and it just kind of showed me who I need to do it for as well.
Fam, I can't lie. Clearly, that goes to show, like, I'm not saying like all the time when one thing happens and another thing happens is always showing that's meant to be, but I'm so sorry, man. How your life has gone, cool. Your baby being born the same day Rover was made. Come on.
You get it? When I'm getting too lit, God kind of shows me different things, man. It's like I used to look at the whole kid situation and say, yo, man, that should have never happened to me. Like, I was one of the smartest guys man knew until that happened. And I'm kind of looking at that situation and say, well, how did man slip up?
Yeah.
You get it?
Because it's like sometimes, not all the time, it's like you can look at someone even from 14 and be like, this guy might slip up.
Yeah.
Because he's just silly.
Yeah,
but like, but then sometimes, boom, you just never know.
Literally that. And it's like, it was crazy. It was like, for myself, when that first situation happened, it's like I've been through a couple of situations in life where I've had to kind of look back at it and say, oh shit, maybe this was meant to happen. Maybe this was kind of meant to be. Or this will happen for a reason, because if it wasn't for this happening, it wouldn't have led to this. Like if it wasn't for the accident happening, I wouldn't have calmed down and slowed down my life and kind of looked at different ways to kind of make money. Because now that's when I decided to take Vax Productions to the next level. Where it's like I said to myself, yo, man, stuck in bed, I can't move. So how do I still keep us moving and keep making things happen? Now that's where I said, yo, Lenny, obviously you need to, obviously with Kawali, the stuff that we're doing with Kawali, the stuff we're doing with Simba, I'm going to need you to be assistant, both of them, and just kind of be doing the day-to-day stuff. Yo, Kes, it's like later on with Margs, he's also fulfilling the same role. And it's kind of like I built a company and just kind of showed guys that, look, when the new artists come, just be ready for these positions, because it's like, I've had the success, but I kind of want you lot to also have the success. Like, I used to enjoy winning with the Mandem. I like doing stuff with the Mandem, so I said, you know what, I'm in a position now where I can kind of help my guys get to the next level of their career, and kind of, like, I know what I bring to the table, kind of. I know that, you know, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to seeing the potential in things and kind of taking it to the next level, that's always been where I've been good at, and that's kind of always been where, it's sometimes, you know, it takes someone to kind of show you stuff. Like, I'm good at showing my friends that, yo, this can be you. You get it? And all my friends have talent. It's just sometimes, you know what, life gets to you and you're too busy, you're too stressed to see it the way you should see it.
Okay, nah, fair enough, man. I can't lie, bro. I want to even walk into more, but unfortunately because of time, innit, I can't. But there's a few things I still want to walk into. So before, what I always do when a guest comes over, I do a quick fire round, innit?
Calm.
So with each person I mention, you only have to pick one person. So you ready, yeah? Alright, cool. So bro, between 2015 Naira Marley or 2017 Young Bane, you can only pick one of them to come back, bro.
Young Bane, man, Young Bane. I always say Young Bane. Young Bane is actually my favourite artist.
Say swear.
My favourite artist.
Of all time?
Yeah, you know what? I'd say just because of him as a person, you get it, so...
Okay, alright, cool, fair enough. I got another one for you, actually. Young Bane again, in fact. So, cool. Again, let's say 2016 Young Bane or 2016 Kojo.
Oh, that's a hard one still. That's a hard one. You know, I can't lie.
I know,
that's
right?
a hard one still.
Hey, easy, innit? The bangers.
Nah, they both had a great year still. But I'd kind of still say Young Bane, you know, just like, no, Kojo done his thing still. Like, you get it. Kojo done his thing. I'm only saying Young Bane just because, you get it, on a level where, listening to the music, I was able to relate to it more,
that
to it more on that level. But I'll be real, when Huss and Kojo was going back to back and everything like that,
it was different.
It was a good time. East London was popping.
It was different, When East London was popping, what Huss, then Bane.
Yeah.
I remember Bane was even doing his Wolf thing. I remember my boy back then, my boy Ollie at the time, kept showing me this Wolf.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, who is this guy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But
it's crazy.
That shit motivated him like crazy.
It's crazy. To this day, Young Bay is the reason why a lot of people do what they do. It's like
Yeah.
fashion. Young Bay was doing a fashion thing. And
Yeah.
everyone's wearing flares. That's
Yeah.
because of him. It's like,
Word.
that's why I'd say Young Bay back then, because he was already inspiring a lot of us.
Yeah, I clocked it because Young Bane, he wasn't just the artist, but man brought him into it. Like the chinchilla, coats, all of that.
The
Come
branding,
on.
the whole everything. It's like, that's what I liked. That's why I kind of, you get it.
It was very refreshing, isn't it?
Literally
Like,
that.
I'm fresh. Like, I like that. Yeah. Alright, cool. Heady one or K-Trap, bro?
Heady still, actually, no. You know what? Heady. But the only reason why I say Heady is because it's like with Heady was already kind of shot, like, there was so much different type of music that he gave us. There was versatility he gave us from early. I'd say Trap does it now.
Yeah.
But it took a while for Trap to do it.
It's true.
Like, because Heady's been doing it from early, it's kind of like man's been able to resonate with Heady, and it's like,
it's true.
You even done Shed No Light. I remember when he done Shed No Light, it made me see a different side of him.
Shed
never
No
came
Light.
Shed No Light yeah.
Bro.
So there was stuff that he used to do.
That tune's an old school
yeah,
tune.
man. It's like
Is it the one that goes like it has this sound like I don't know how to do. In fact, let me shut up. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, no. I was remembering his old melodies on that, and it's kind of like even when he done the one, it's like
the
one.
Oh yeah.
Like no one really was doing melodies on drill. Like they weren't do it. So it's like when he started doing all of that stuff, and even just his personality, he's shown that you have to kind of show more.
Yeah,
and that's why he's still here to this day.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because with Heady One, he showed you, cool, I'm gonna take risks and literally live with it. He's showing his personality. Bare road man, like, well, man's not showing man's personality. Man did that, and then besides that, even when he released this album 2 years ago, the one where he done it was like it wasn't even drill. What was it?
It was the one with Fred.
With Fred again. Yeah. Me personally, certain tunes I effed with it.
Literally that, and I like that. You know what it is? The guys that kind of get further in this game are the ones that decide to do something different to what everyone else is doing.
Exactly.
They kind of decide to take a risk, and regardless whether that ends up in the charts or whatever, you just see showing that that's all it needs to be.
Exactly.
People need something refreshing, and that's why I like Heady. Heady's always kind of done his own thing.
Yeah.
You get it?
And similar to Heady, that's why I feel like even Digger, we will never get bored of him.
No, literally that's like
Same
it's crazy.
Versatility, the
versatility, and Digger likes to be he likes to make a new move. He likes to. It's like Digger now. He's working with all these young G's. It's like he's showing Mark's love. It's like not a lot of the guys' ego are too big that they won't want to work with the young G's. Like, I can only give it to a few guys that kind of showed the young G's love. It's like, for example, another thing, Bane. It's like the position Bane was in. Bane done a song with Simba. He never needed to do a song with Simba. He was way ahead. Like Bane was one of the first guys to even show Rover love. Like, Bane was meant to be an original Rover remix.
See, you swear? What happened? What happened with that?
He done a verse. It's because at that point, so many, you know, when labels are involved, so many people were trying to be on a remix.
Oh, okay.
So it was just kind of like, because of that, we just kind of went with one move because we had a time limit for doing certain things.
Oh, okay.
You get it? So we had to kind of go. But yeah, man.
Damn. Okay. I've got another one for you, though. 6-7 or Harlem Spartans. Not them now, obviously. But I'm talking them.
Harlem Spartans, man. Harlem Spartans. I'll be real.
Yeah.
Just because of the time, I feel like it's a whole time thing as well. Obviously, the age I was.
Yeah, 2017. Let's say 2017.
Yeah, like both of them done their thing, but they were for different age groups. It's like if you ask a 29-year-old, they're gonna tell you 6-7.
6-700.
If you ask a 24-year-old, they're gonna tell you Harlem Spartans, and then it's the same with the next generation. They'll tell you OFB.
Yeah, it's facts. The young G's now, because I remember when we was in sixth form, and I'm going into the common room and I'm hearing ring, 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 ring. I'm thinking, what's this? Yeah. What's this sounds?
Literally.
I didn't hear it from nowhere. Then I'm hearing Blanco with his voice. I said,
"Oh, it's crazy, Blanco." And now you know what's mad? Blanco's having a moment right now in the charts as well.
Yeah,
Margs and him. Obviously, they locked in. We made a couple music with them, but it's like, yeah, man, trust me. That
they might have something coming,
They got something coming still. They got a couple stuff coming still.
That makes too much sense.
Yeah, man. It's like Blanco's got a lot that he's about to show as well. Like I've been saying to him that this 017 duel. Yeah. We need them back.
We need it back, and I won't lie,
some stuff's coming still.
Margs with his flow, and then Blanco's voice, and then a beat that will both fit both of them.
Yeah, man.
That's
go off still.
It's
go
game.
Off. Literally that.
It's game. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take it back to not even back, but I'm gonna take it to Afrobeats a bit. Wizkid or Burna Boy, bro?
Wizkid, but only Wiz because like I'd say Burna's very talented.
Yeah.
Burna's very talented, but it's like I feel like Wiz. It's like there's a lot that he does for the culture. There's a lot that he's involved in. Not saying that Burna's not, but I'd say for example, it's like where I was born in Nigeria, where I lived in Nigeria. It's like I remember Wiz's story. Wiz was a guy back then when he was making all drill it's all of that. He was kind of showing the culture to the UK, to all of these places, and even still to this day, I'd say he very much shows the culture. I'd say with Burna, even though Burna kind of reps the whole fella thing, I'd say I feel like Fella doesn't. No, I mean I feel like Burna. Obviously, there's a side to Burna that he don't show. Like I don't see the same sort of story. With Wiz, we kind of see them go from 0 to 100.
Yeah, literally.
I feel like a lot of people see Burna from when he was in the UK. People don't realise Burna went to university in the UK, all of this.
Bro, fam, like even Burna, boy, I get confused sometimes, man. One time you're doing American accent, next minute you're doing British. Bro, pick one.
Yeah, I think Wiz kind of made me kind of proud to kind of be like myself and kind of, you know, represent my culture, represent my tradition. And all of that. Not that Burna doesn't. Burna does do it. It's just
but
that
Wizkid owns that, man.
Yeah, he owns it. That was his brand.
It.
And that's the culture. He's with the culture like even more.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, man.
Alright, not to cut you off. I just want to ask you something. I've got 2 more artists, but I want to ask you again, since we've got an A&R here, we've got a manager here. It's only right I ask this question, bro. Let's just say today I had to bring back an Afro-swing artist from 2016, and we had to get them to collab with an artist that's popping today in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, tell me. And also, let's just list a few Afro-swing artists from back then. There was JJ Hollands, there was Kojo Funds, there was the Young Banes, there was the Timbos, there was the J Husses. I mean, J Huss is still here now, but not that sound. So...
Even Biani.
But Biani. I probably know the sound. I don't
even want to sing too tough, but when I start singing that, people's telling me...
they'll be like, what's this right?
but no.
Yeah, okay, so for those artists I've listed, or any more you could think of, like Biani, and get them to collab with an artist today to make something solid, who are you picking, bro?
I'd say Coach... Wait, did you say Bane? And
Yeah. Bane, Coach, any of them, man.
What can I pick too?
Yeah,
I want to pick both of them still.
What?
Both Coach and Bane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I feel like, you know what it is? It's like even recently, oh wait, what? It's house parties conversation.
Yeah, it could be any, bro. But the thing is, you have to make sure, you see how you picked Bane and Kojo from back then, you have to get them to collab with someone today. So someone who's banging today. So like, let's just say, obviously I wouldn't say Central, but for example, someone who's actually doing music actively today.
Cool. That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
I think on the Afro side, there's not really a lot of artists too.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Cool.
Or like, let's just say if even they were to bring the sound that they had then, but for it to be more fluent for what we have today. So it doesn't have to be exactly Afro swing, but something with a vibe. But I feel like it's inevitably gonna be Afro swing because
man.
If you're not,
Afro still works now. I feel like it's like. I feel like Kojo would still work to this day.
Yeah.
Like Kojo had a song that dropped a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
And I wish, for example, I feel like it's because right now the old generation and the new generation, they haven't had collabs yet. That's why people haven't capitalized on that. But it's like...
Oh, yeah, let's make sure the mic gets this.
When I'm listening to songs on TikTok, I'm listening to it and I'm saying, I can tell you was inspired by Kojo. I can tell you was inspired by XYZ or this time.
Yeah.
That, why don't you hit him up? Obviously, it's like cool. There was a song that Gino, J, and Kojo done together, and that song went off. Like, it was best. One of my best.
I might even know it.
It was. I think it was Best Friend. I don't even know
okay.
why. I know it was Best Friend.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I just say I think I know. Yeah. But yeah, that song went off.
Damn.
And I knew it was gonna go off.
Was that what recently?
It was 2021 now.
Oh, okay, that's still not too.
Yeah, man. It was like. Now Gino J is kind of doing his thing. I feel like it's like Kojo. If he gave his cosign to any young G right now that's doing their thing, I already know that the thing will go off. It's like you know, a couple months ago, did you see that Swarms record on TikTok that was like everyone's listening to?
What, Swarms? Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, I'm bringing Afro swing back." Yeah.
If you put Kojo on that record was gone.
You reckon? Yeah.
100%. Because everyone wanted Kojo to be on it. It's like with TikTok, you've got to listen to the fans. They were all screaming Kojo, and it sounded like a Kojo type thing. Yeah, man.
But you didn't have, obviously, I don't know the in fact, they've done a tune before, isn't it? Wait, no, Swarms. No. Sorry, I was confusing Kojo for I was confusing Swarms for freaking what's my man, Young Bane. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I can't even lie.
I'd say back then actually, no. An easy one to say is Tion Wayne. I'll say Tion Wayne.
Bro, I don't like. That's what I was just gonna say.
Tion Wayne back then.
Yeah.
You can do something with Mugs right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, that would be more drill, but that will work.
But you know, I can imagine, like, if we're talking Afro, because I said bring back someone from Afro-swing back then.
Tion was Afro back then as well.
Yeah. Like, okay, because me.
It still has to be Afro, cool. Like,
yeah, cool. It doesn't have to be, but it has to be a banger.
Cool.
Period.
Huss is an easy one to say as well.
Yeah, Huss and
someone today. There's actually
it's so hard,
There's no one weapon. Okay, cool. Gabsy, Huss and Gabsy, easy.
Okay.
Huss and Odile, easy.
Oh, you're thinking.
You know what it is? It's like kind of when I look at Afro, it's kind of like I feel like since Simba's Rover thing, we haven't really had much success in the Afro.
That sound we haven't.
Yeah, literally. So I don't know whether you're kind of Simba still here right now or whatever, but it's like I say Odile and. Oh, actually, wait. How can I, bro?
They're coming back to you now.
Wait. You know, sometimes when something's so close to home to you, you don't say their name. Like, it's like you're too busy trying to think of. I'm even, bro. J.O.
Of course, bro. Even me, I don't know how I forgot that, bro. That makes two.
You know what's crazy? When I first came into this place, the first name I mentioned to you was
J.O. Literally.
And now I'm here. Yeah, man. Now J.O. I'd easily say that.
Cool. Him and Timbo will go hard. Man, J.O. and Timbo will go hard together, bro.
Go crazy still. Go crazy.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. No.
Because you see, J.O. has that. I was gonna say sensual, but that's the wrong word. He has that smooth.
Yeah, smooth.
Like it's very appealing to your ear. It's singing, but it's still very like I'm talking to you.
Yeah, J.O. he knows how to speak, man. J.O.'s tone, everything about it. He kind of knows what he's doing.
And then we got Timbo, Mr. Helelele. He knows how to go with the melodies. Them two together.
Yeah, man.
That's dangerous.
It's crazy. I feel like one thing about all these Afro guys, I feel like they've got so many different melodies that they can work on so many different tunes. It's like I feel like even J.O. I know J.O. now. If J.O. was to work with someone back then, no matter who back then, every rhythm he'd spin. Yeah, it's crazy because J.O. was dropping music back then. He's been dropping.
Yeah, I remember. I remember, bro. I always used to just see him about, and everyone be like, "Yeah, he's doing his thing," but he wasn't popping.
And now he's popping.
In 22,
it's crazy. That's God.
Bro, the thing is, he kept going as well. That's what I liked as well.
It's about persistence in this game. That's why I always say to all the Afro-swing artists that. That's why I always say to all the Afro-swing artists that what you just gotta do is you just gotta kind of stay consistent because you've got to kind of understand that even though people are telling you Afro-swing's dead, like they're gonna come back to it. Like what Afro has, it makes people feel good, and especially that feel good. People always need to feel good. You've always got to realize that. And even when Simba was doing like all the Afro stuff back then, people was always telling us the same thing, like, yo, Afro's dead, bro, this ain't going nowhere. But I was kind of saying to myself, yo, man's listening to my playlist, I'm still listening to this, everyone's still listening to this. It's like, now look what happened. Even now, Afrobeats, back then people didn't understand what Afro-swing was. They didn't want to understand what Afro-swing was.
Yeah, now the whole world is on Afro.
Literally that. And whether it's Afrobeats, whether it's different subgenres, it's like, I'd say Afro-swing is now Afropop. So
I agree.
You get it. It's not that it's kind of changed. It's now they've kind of find a way to put it in a genre.
Yeah, that's gonna be more commercialized for the ears as well. Nah, I feel you, bro. I've got two more for you though. Pot of Paper or Digger.
Digger, man. Digger. I feel like man. Obviously, it's also like I said to you earlier. It's also about an age thing. But
true.
Digger, like, cause I was listening to Pot of Paper when I was younger, but. Digger.
It's just more resonating, man. You can relate.
I feel like Digger showed me more. It's about the versatility as well. Not that Potter doesn't show me stuff. It's just that Digger, like I said, Digger's one of them artists for his generation that's kind of just broken the whole thingy.
Yeah, bro. He's like his own game in a way.
Same with Sench. These guys have kind of gone above and beyond and kind of put themselves in their own lane. That when you're comparing people to them, you just kind of have to get on the credit where it's due.
Yeah, you can't compare. Like even what I'm seeing Sench do now with his manager, like Cineworld, his clothing, even going all the way down to like the artwork, like for the out, like literally whenever Sench releases something, a tape or whatever, they're looking at the artwork. They're looking at what's coming with the package, stuff like that.
Yeah, he's always been a creative still. Like from years back, it's like if you knew Sench before all of this music stuff, it's like the thing with Sench, as well as Sench in music, he was always showing all the fashion stuff.
You met him before, innit? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy because even with the clothing thing, is that when I go on my Snap and look through my old conversations, me and Sench was there talking about the clothing thing from years back. He had a blog cartel, like a Central Caesar blog cartel like shop.
Damn. And he's always been business minded like that.
Always from early. It's like, obviously, like what happened for him, I always look at it and say it was gonna happen.
Oh, what?
Yeah, man, because it's like, you know, when guys are hustling, it's like I see a lot of hustlers. Yeah, man, I see a lot of hustlers around me, and it's like they're too persistent. They're always up to something. I know that all it takes is one day for it just to click and they're gone. It's like I look at a lot of artists right now and I look at them and I say to them, the minute you find your sound, you know you're gone. The minute you start realizing that, you just need to be consistent and you need to invest in yourself. A lot of people don't want to invest in themselves.
Yeah. And that's why I look at Pabs.
Yeah.
Because you know what? That tune, Dry Fit. I know I keep bringing this up, but I have to, man. Yeah. But, like, for example, this is when I said this guy's going to go far. Like, because it's going to sound crazy, but when he said beverages, like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I said, wait. He actually broke down beverages.
Yeah,
like, a lot of people won't care rap to that point to make sure, okay, I'm breaking down this word for it to still rhyme and go on. Yeah. Like, if you listen to Dry Fit again in the second verse, I think,
listen to that, man.
Bro, if you listen to that again, there's a part where he breaks down beverage. I'm like,
Pablo done a lot in Dry Fit, and a lot of people always say, Pablo done a lot, and it's like, well, it's like I always tell Pablo, your voice as well, it does a lot. It's like the way you and Switch were going back to back. It's like together, it's a mad thing still.
Yeah, when Switch came in that last part, and I swear that my man should have turned package. The do not IC. Man said, like the 60s fashion.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, what do you know about 60s fashion? Like,
it's crazy.
I'm even laughing, bro. But alright, cool. We're gonna wrap it up, but I just wanna ask you this before we go. If you can go back to R1 5 years ago, bro, what are you telling R1? If you can look in that camera as well and talk to him, what are you telling R1, bro?
I'm just telling myself to keep hustling, man, to keep going, to keep believing. I feel like this is stuff I was telling myself back then, but I feel like it's like, what am I telling myself, man? I think...
And you were what, 18 back then? 18, 19?
Yeah, 18, 19 at times. Yeah. I'm telling myself, just to keep going and keep investing in myself, and just keep believing and just know that you're gonna be something, innit? Like, I feel like that's what I've always told myself from early. Yeah. Because it's like, man, throughout my whole life, it's like man's always kind of had to ask myself why I'm making certain moves and kind of self-reflect and just kind of have to double up on my belief in myself. You get it? So I tell myself to just keep doing it and just obviously do that. Alright,
cool. And another question I want to ask you now. Say anyone else wants to come up as an artist manager. They're like, yo, this R1 guy, I want to be like him. What do you want to tell them?
But I would say, like, obviously, don't be like me, and be yourself, innit?
Yeah. Let's just say they want to be in your position.
Let's say they're looking at me and say they want to be in my position. I kind of show them that, to get to my position, just be like real and understand that, there's going to be a lot of losses. It's just about how much you bounce back. It's like, I won't come here and tell you that, it's been all sweet. It's not been all sweet, you get it? Man's had so many setbacks. But every setback, I've kind of always bounced back. And I've kind of always understood there's a bigger vision. And you've always got to be able to see the bigger vision. Even on your worst days, it's like, the days I'm so stressed, it's like, stress always blinds me from seeing all my blessings around me. But I always have to kind of pull myself away from the situation and kind of say, is this a situation I can control? If it's not a situation I can control, why am I letting it get to my emotions? And you've always got to kind of like invest. Like I always say, you've got to invest in yourself and also be able to invest in people. It's like I invest in the people around me, and I don't mind, like, there's one thing I don't mind. I don't mind kind of people taking advantage and kind of using the benefits that come with like being associated with me. Yeah. But there's a lot of guys that's kind of made businesses or made moves off kind of my name, and I'm cool with it. Damn. Because I understand kind of like
that's the game of life.
You get it? That's the game of life. And it's like I always network. It's like I don't let an ego get in the way. It's like even with my success, it's like I don't let my ego get in the way of that. But I don't think my success is anything yet. Okay. I'm always willing to kind of work. Man. Yeah, I'm always willing to kind of work with people below me, because it's crazy. Like this whole thing is full circle. It's like when I was at the bottom, it's the guys that was willing to work with me now that when I'm at the top, like they might not be in the same position anymore, but I'm willing to work with them. Still, you get it? Still.
That's the thing, man. But I want to just ask one last thing before we go. That was beautiful, by the way, when you just dropped. I want to drop one last thing, bro. Raxway, Simba. We've got Marks. We've got... I don't want to forget any artists. Who else is there?
We got
Kawali, we got a few, but this
Switch, we
got Switch.
We got the whole world, man.
But this one I want. Then we've got Finesse Clothing, bro.
Yeah, man.
Then we've got you, your own personal life. Cause you're such a businessman. Get your personal life as well. I want to close my eyes, man. I want to visualize. I want to feel, bro. Like, where do we see R1 5 years ahead from now? The business with him personally, Raxway, Simba, Switch, everyone, Margs, Kawali.
I'm trying to be an exec, man. Man's trying to do a lot more. Like, obviously with Raxway, I'm trying to make Raxway like a proper label. Obviously do some joint venture situations, some distribution situations, be able to kind of bridge the gap between whether it's TikTok or whatever social media platform we're using at that time and the music industry. Kind of want to be able to do more for the community as well. So I feel like there's a lot of people that kind of need to hear the messages and kind of need to see the stories and how we've all came up, and it kind of inspires them to be more. I feel like, for the next generation as well, there's a lot that we want to do and that I want to do with them. And yeah, man, so I hope that in the next 5 years we kind of make the moves and we kind of align, whether we align with labels to kind of put ourselves in a situation where we do that. It's like I already said, I'm already having the conversations to do a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, but like, we want to be a 360 entertainment company. We want to go into production. It's like I've got a lot of people around me that went to uni, they can film videos, they can do all of this. So I want to kind of put them in a position where they're able to start making money from it and invest in them. So yeah, man,
I respect it, bro.
It's like, we're trying to do all of that. It's like, even me as a person, obviously in the next 5 years, I want to be like starting a family. You get it? There's a lot of stuff. I want to kind of focus on my personal life, and it's like I want to retire early. So all these moves I'm making early is because I'm looking at that and saying, when I'm getting to that age, you get it? Man's got to kind of make sure that I've kind of put myself in a stable position. And now I can kind of reap the seeds I've sown, from the seeds I've sown. So yeah, man, I want to kind of go into my personal life more and kind of be at a point where I'm enjoying. And obviously reaping the seeds I've sown. It's like I'm around so much woman, so it's like man's due to settle down. The man's got to do all of that, man. All of that,
bro. With all the trials, the tribulations, from successes to more successes coming your way, bro. Streams. The millions upon millions upon millions of streams, bro. The achievements, you being a manager of an artist that has a track that's double platinum, bro. Over freaking 400, 500 million streams. You're still making bangers with even other artists, bro. Bro, I can't lie, it's been a journey, man. I'm happy that you came here today, bro. Biggest man thing.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Real talk, man. Bro, you gonna pick up any socials before you go?
Big up any socials.
Any socials, Insta, LinkedIn, anything you like, bro.
Do you mean big up my socials, or do you mean big up TikTok, like big up Insta? No, I mean my socials.
I'm thinking, bruh.
Yeah, obviously check out my socials, and R1 Finesse. That's my name on Insta. That's my name on Twitter. That's my name on TikTok. That's probably my name on LinkedIn. That's probably no LinkedIn.
I said LinkedIn R1.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's Raphael Kenley, but it's like you'll know me for different names on different social medias, but it's usually R1 Finesse.
Okay.
And obviously, check out Rax Productions. Like it's Raxway on Insta, it's Raxway on it's Raxway on everything really.
Right there.
You get it. It'll be right there, and obviously FNS Global. That's the clothing that's due to come. You're gonna see that. And yeah, man.
Nice, man. And as always, free of charge pod. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Free of charge pod.
Like that still.
Come on, listen to R1, bro.
Come on.
Literally on Insta, TikTok, we're there.
Yeah, man.
Obviously LinkedIn, that's my own personal thing. We don't need to put that out there. But yeah, free of charge pod. Yeah, stay tuned in for the next episode. We're coming for you, man. Stay blessed, man. Love you again, my bro. Bro, this is good, man. I can't lie.
You asked some good questions, you know.
Yeah.